No, it's not there yet. Oh, I think it is.
It is.
Well, I can't see anything. It's just a picture of you and me.
Oh, right. Well, see, because it's a bit delayed here. Right. I'm going to minimize that.
Is Mark on Telegram? Somebody just said. No, he's
it's
on
only. All right. Well, how are you, Mark? You can't see me.
I can't see. Are we live? Because I'm on YouTube.
We are live, mate. We are live.
On YouTube,
yes.
It says, you know.
No, we're live.
I do this every time, don't I? Hello.
Yeah, we do it every time. Hello. How are you? Well,
G'day.
hang on a second. Hang on. There's someone missing. Who is it?
Hang on. Literally, we're not live.
We are live.
Okay, right.
I'll just ask them. Can you see us?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Can you see us?
I can't even see the live chat now.
Or okay, so what you're gonna do is make sure you mute your YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I
Here
can't
we
do
go.
that live.
Mark, get yourself in focus. Right, so they can see you. Right.
All right.
So here we go.
No, we can't see you. They say no, we don't see you. Not yet.
Nope, Mark. Okay. No, nada.
No, this is not live. It's not live on YouTube.
It says live on YouTube right now.
I know,
it
but
really does.
I'm on YouTube and you're not there with nothing showing.
Right. Okay, so I might have to press something here.
Yeah, you just forgotten to press a button.
No, I did. I pressed go live stream, and it's okay. No, it's going. No. Everyone's saying no. Right. This is interesting. Huh. I wonder.
Oh no, she started a new live. Go to the other stream. It says here.
Uh-oh. What?
JC,
No.
Have you got the hang of this yet?
Yes. Am I on? Oh fuck! No, hang on.
Can't see you.
No. End stream. Nope. Shit. Do you know what happened?
What?
I'm gonna have to. Fuck me. Do you know what? I just stopped the live.
Yeah, well done.
Right. I'm gonna have to do that again. Right.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. You know what? It had 2 lives going. That's why.
It had it, not you. It was.
it wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Look at me.
It was it.
It was it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hang on. I'll just say. Can anyone see us? I guess that's over. Oh shit! What am I going to do?
Looking good, Jay.
Mark, this happens every time. Because you know what? It was about to. This happens every time because.
Yeah, because it's you in technology.
No. Leaves. No. What's going on, Mark?
I don't know what's going on.
All right. I'm going to close that and start again. Right. Leave.
Is it live on my channel? It says it's live on my.
What?
We're live on my channel.
You're live on your channel.
I don't know. You're the one in charge of the technical stuff.
No, well, it shouldn't. It should be on mine because, okay, that's really weird. That's weird. I had it all set up. No, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, look, live. No, that's from mine. It had live. Yes, it was there.
Okay.
Live, but I ended it.
Yeah.
Are we still there? Okay, I have to check this out. 300. Oh, no, it is live.
Is it?
Where's all the chat? Hello, everyone. Where are you?
I can't. Oh,
this is crazy. This
live
is
on
crazy.
Mark's one. What does it mean? Mark is correct. Mark is always correct. About what?
There we go. But I only see Mark. Okay, we're done. All right, we're doing
there?
it. Right? Yeah, we're here. Jesus, holy shit. All right, so here we go. Jeez. I'm not going to look at the chat just yet because otherwise.
Are you going to?
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Are you sure? Because what's this?
Welcome to the Mark Attwood Show. Adventures in a Meat Suit. Today I have a lovely guest, Mr. Mark Attwood. How are you?
Is that supposed to be my voice?
No.
Well, I don't wear a Frank Spencer hat. What are you doing?
Well, I didn't have a leather cappy, like a little
that was
boy.
That was not what?
Listen,
go on. I'm
Irish, or I'm pretending to be Irish.
Okay.
Right,
okay. Oh, you got a Guinness tip.
Oh, my backdrop fell. I got Guinness tips. Thanks for that.
Guinness tips.
All right, I'm going to have to just...
Mercury in retrograde. That's all I'm saying.
It is.
Mercury
Lord, everything went wrong. I got up and my background fell. All right, hang on a second. I'll be back. Take over the show.
Well, I don't even know if we're live. Are we live? Hello?
That's hilarious.
Somebody says you look splendid.
Oh my God, Mark, you can't get any worse than this.
You are so professional.
All right. I won't get up again.
Seriously, you're so professional.
Oh, Lord, how funny is that? Right.
Yeah, both links are loading circles. Why people this isn't actually working. I don't think this is actually working.
It is. Everybody's laughing in the chat, my dear.
Are they?
Yes. Okay. All right, I'm back.
All right.
Frank Spencer. Spencer. Look,
Betty.
My tits were too much for the screen. Everything fell over.
Yeah, you stood up and the whole flat fell down.
It's like, I just wanted to show you my Guinness t-shirt that somebody gave me. So nice. I'm pretending to be, I'm a guy from England in Ireland.
Am I light enough?
Yes, you are. Did you fix your thing?
Let's have a look.
I better take my hot for teacher glasses off.
Lighting.
Somebody called it. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's nice contrast. We've got the.
So that was your attempt at an entrance. It was quite good. It's quite good.
It was.
Do you want to see mine? Do you want to see mine?
Yes. I don't know if anyone can see that. That's just the ugliest photo ever. That is. That is. Oh, that is so bad. That's so bad. Oh my Lord.
I've aged well.
You have. You've aged well. You've been in a med bed.
Yeah. Since
do you know? Is that from the Boer War?
This is from the Boer War. This is my great-great-grandfather was in the Boer War.
Wow.
And
impressive.
It was his son, my great-grandfather, that taught me how to catch rabbits humanely.
Wow.
Do you know how to do that?
Did you dangle a carrot in front of him?
No, it's very similar. It's close. What you do is you get a brick, and you put the brick outside the rabbit hole, right?
I'm going to tell Charlie Freak on you.
No, I'm going to say
okay.
This is humane.
Oh, all right.
Then you put the lettuce on the brick, and then some black pepper on the lettuce, and then you hide behind a tree, and then the rabbit comes out the hole, sees the lettuce, has a little sniff, sneezes, knocks itself out on the brick.
I'm going to tell Charlie a freak on you because that's still cruel.
This was 45 years ago. Come on, give a boy a break.
I know. Hey, you know I made this.
What is it?
I made it. It's
very nice. It's very nice. Yeah.
I made it 20 years ago. Pretty good, huh?
It's really good.
All right.
Jason's hats.
So everybody.
Jason's hats are available in the description box, and the Guinness Tits t-shirts are also available.
Guinness Tits. Do you like Guinness, Mark?
Well, I always thought there was this old joke.
Good head on it. Yeah.
There was a joke 30 years ago about Guinness being like apartheid in South Africa because it was mainly black with all the white scum on the top.
Oh God! Oh no, that is such a bad joke.
That's a good joke.
Is it? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
All the white scum on the top. It's brilliant.
Everyone's saying, well, yeah. So if you've got a Boer War hat on, are you elitist or something? I don't. Anyway,
whatever. I'm pretty sure nobody can see us.
No, they can because they're all laughing and talking about us in the chat and saying nice hat, and it said nice tits.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So this could be. Do you think this is EBS tonight? Because everybody's saying EBS at 11 o'clock.
I know. Everybody's saying it, but you know what? This is like the boy who cried wolf. Everybody keeps mentioning somebody by the name of Flynn.
Yeah.
And saying that he did an interview and denied everything.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's the way. You have to, because they've got to act like nothing's going on, right? Nothing to see here.
Cracks me up. Right. Say, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. It's like, word. Yeah. Did you see the White House with the flag down? Did you see the White House with no lights on? Did you see all the kids coming out the front of the White House? Did you see the picture of the back of Congress where they're digging up all the tunnels? Did you see the big fences?
Did you see the studio that they film everything out of?
Did you see the big the fence and the 40,000 troops? Did you see all? I mean,
how much more evidence do you need? It's just the people that just want everything presented to them. It's the spoon-fed society, but that's okay. We're okay. We're doing this because I think you should just take it off.
I quite like it. It's also it's a bit like the Zulu one, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, it is. Shaka Zulu.
Come on, I'm doing
I love that movie.
You just talked over me.
Oh, okay. Michael Caine, go on.
Jesus Christ, this is worse than Abracadabra. Is this Abracadabra 7.2? Are we gonna
No, just shut up and do your joke.
I'm not doing it now. No.
Actually, you know what? I'm not allowed to talk over you because I had a lovely email from a lady named Carla Voss, and I'd just like to say, Carla, thank you for telling me to fuck off. That was really lovely.
What?
And on top of that, she also told me, but I'm still going to watch your show.
What? Great. She told you to fuck off?
She told me to fuck off in the letter email quite a few times.
Right, Carla, what is your problem?
She said that I interrupt you, and
true. That's true.
No, when you disappeared off the camera, she thought you were really sulking and that I offended you.
Oh, well, no, people take it all too serious. This is all jokes.
It's all jokes.
We're joking.
Yes. What
did I do? I saw one the other day that was hilarious. What did they say? It'll come to me in a minute.
That's all right.
Oh yeah. You know when I showed the Constitution and the really, really tight shoes.
Yeah, that was real.
People in the comments are going, I didn't see this executive order. Where you get your information from? I'm like, no wonder the world is wearing fucking masks because everybody's fucking stupid.
No,
not you guys. You guys are good.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Oh my God, people are telling Carla to shut up. I blocked her, so it doesn't matter. She can't hear it. Okay, so.
Look, do you like my shirt? Look.
I love your shirt.
Big aeroplane.
Nice tits.
Cheers. Look, look, you see my nipples
you got
there?
Plain tits. I've got Guinness tits.
Plain tits?
I wanted to say...
These aren't plain. These are nice tits.
They're very homely and ordinary.
For anybody that's tuned in for JCK's spiritual readings, you're in the wrong place.
Since when do I do spiritual readings?
I don't know. You do something like that, don't you? What do you do again?
No, my psychic abilities are not, they're a bit different than spiritual. Come on.
Yeah, okay,
You've seen my shows.
Have I?
So I just wanted to say thank you to the lady who sent me this beautiful Guinness tits shirt.
Somebody sent you that?
Yes.
Nobody sends me T-shirts.
I get presents all the time.
I get nothing.
This was Marie from West Island, where you're from.
Oh, really? Oh, you could have sent me one. I'm just down the road.
No, and you know what? Can I just ask you a question? Do they have no tits in Ireland? Because... this is really tight.
I'm not. I can't look. It's not for me to say either way. Yeah.
This is really tight on my. Anyway, all right, and it's not like a tiny size. It's like she said this is a small make, and I'm like, what the fuck? Not her fault, but yeah. And she sent me one to my daughter as well, really beautiful emerald green one, and then Aditi Scala, who is one of my patrons, sent me a big, huge box from England. With a beautiful little thing for my daughter with a beautiful card. And I've got this gorgeous card from her and I want to read the card. Can I do that really quickly before we do our Q&A? Because it was such a beautiful card. And I really love this lady. So she sent me this beautiful card with my favorite color on it.
Hang on, show me that again.
I see it. It's a butterfly.
Yeah, I was just thinking MK Ultra then.
Yeah. It's all hypnosis. Thank you so much for not only being the Wonder Woman that you are, but also reigniting the Wonder Woman in all of us. I need to get that on a t-shirt. You have given us so much strength and power that we can now pass it on to others, as this will create a ripple effect around the world. Thank you for being at the front line and being there for humanity. I have included a little something for your little angel, and that was so beautiful. Thank you. Sorry for my writing or my mistakes. I'm so not used to typing. I'm so used to typing. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Aditi. And so in that, then there was this huge package for me in the box, and I nearly fainted. I nearly fainted when I saw my big old head.
Oh. Yeah, that's extremely strange. That.
For my writing or my mistakes, I'm so. Oh my God! Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just checking out the live mode. That freaks me out. Can you just stop showing me that, please?
I've got to make sure my ex doesn't get this because it's a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
It needs a bit more hair, and yeah, That freaked me out. But no, it's just because it's got my head on it. A detail. I loved it. I was laughing my head off because I was like, oh my God, it's me as Wonder Woman. It was amazing.
It's a nice thought.
It's very, very, she got someone to make that. That's amazing. Someone said it looks like a piñata. No, it's just my face. You know what a pin, what?
Is that like a Spanish
You smash
omelet?
it. No, you span it, you smash it and all the things come out of it. Or the candy comes out of it.
I've never heard of that.
You've never, Mexican, the piñata, you've never heard of piñatas?
Never been to Mexico.
Right, okay, but I've never been to Mexico and I know what a piñata is. All right, so, and also I have I had another gift from...
Someone says send it to Mark, LOL. I know what that means. You are out of order.
It could be your snuggle pillow.
Someone says I'd love one of myself.
Look, well, it could be a snuggle pillow, and look, I'm two-faced.
Oh my! Well, you said it.
Gemini. I'm a Gemini. You can go. Oh, JC, so beautiful.
Punching pillow for the kids.
Oh, you got to stop watching the chat.
I'm actually enjoying the chat. The chat's fun.
All right. Wish the doll was wearing that red lipstick you used to wear. It is. I used to wear, like everyone was trying to guess what lipstick color I was wearing. All right, so everybody's starting to ask questions. Somebody called it a love pillow. Mark, it's a love pillow. It just doesn't have any tits and it needs a hole.
Has it got a hole? JT.
Okay, and the legs are a bit short.
It is Friday night. You can get away with that.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. So everybody, yeah, EBS. What?
Sure show.
No, it's not. Tell me.
I'm just a lowly
Tell me what it is.
It's people talking
about Charlie Ward.
Trusting Charlie. I wish people had stopped. Do you know what? Somebody sent me a link to some videos slagging off Charlie Ward the other day, and I was like, the world is run by satanic paedophiles, and you've got time to nitpick this guy who's trying to find the truth. It's like, haven't you got anything better to do? It's like,
exactly.
I never understood that. I never understood that even as a kid. You know where people have those signs outside their house saying, no junk mail, like really angry. It's like, well, just throw it in the bin. If you don't like it, it's like people
recycling.
No adverts on the television. Just don't watch it then. It's like people who complain about our videos. Well, don't watch them.
I know. They took their time and they wrote an email and then they said, I am going to block you because I can't take this shit that you talk about.
You know, you did theatre at uni. Did you ever read any Joe Orton plays?
Joe Orton? No, I didn't.
So Joe Orton was, you'd love his stuff because he was around in the 60s.
Yeah?
Gary Oldman played him in a film called Prick Up Your Ears. Because Prick Up Your Ears was the title of a film that he was writing for the Beatles, but he got murdered by his boyfriend in his flat. And the film's fantastic, but the Joe Orton diaries are incredible. And what he used to do was he used to write letters to the Evening Standard signed "Annoyed from Tunbridge Wells," and it'd just be like ranting, ridiculous rants about nonsense, and they published them. But that, this is like the 21st century equivalent of that.
Exactly, absolutely. But was it a fake rant or was it a real rant?
No, he just made up these rants and then posted them in, and he just give really silly names like disgruntled from Epping, stuff like that.
Do you know what I need? I need a mega.
Is this lighting working? It's
beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'd love to do
it's a bit 3D.
I'd love to do a painting of you, like a Vermeer.
Didn't Joe Orton write Room at the Top? I don't think he wrote that one.
Yeah.
I don't get much junk mail in the country. Well, yeah, I do get a bit. There was a really funny one today.
Yeah.
So the Irish government, I sent a picture of it to you and Juicy and Lucy, and it was Thomas Sheridan, who's a very interesting guy. I'm trying to get an interview with him, right? And I've written to him, but he's very angry about people who believe in QAnon. And he
calls us Q-tards. Yeah.
He calls us Q-tards, right? But I saw him speak. He's written books on black magic. He knows more about the true history of Ireland than anybody I've ever met. He's got a great mind, and he knows all about the occults. And he has his channel, Thomas Sheridan, and he put up this thing today. He's been calling people who believe in Corona, he's been calling them cheeseheads for about a year.
Oh, that's where the cheesehead came in.
Yeah. And then the Irish government brought out a leaflet today using Swiss cheese as their way of illustrating how you fight COVID is hilarious.
It is just all a big movie, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. And but people don't see this stuff. This is crazy. You know what?
Nigel's here. He just said he likes Sheridan. Yeah, he's good, isn't he, Nigel? Yeah.
Hi, Nigel.
Hi, Nigel.
How are you going?
Hope you're all right, mate.
Yeah.
Hope California's treating you well.
I want to have a chat with you one day.
Yeah, get him on.
Chat, not just a big group one. Yeah, because we did that big 6 hour.
Play some of his music. It's brilliant.
I can't. I know. He wrote a song after I said the tears, internal tears.
Why can't you?
Because my audio, it doesn't, like, it's got to be computer audio, and I've got a big microphone. Yeah. So you just play it on the screen, share screen. I need a coffee. Okay. Do you know what? I need a mega coffee. Do you know what a mega coffee
Thomas
is?
Sheridan told me how to do a spell. Haha, I never did it though. Oh, who says that? Canada, oh Canada. I love that.
Oh, that's Gail. Yeah, that's one of my admins. Yeah.
Hooray for Canada. Where's that from? South Park, I think.
Mark.
Yeah.
I can't say my coffee gag now. You just talked over. You talked over the top of me, and I didn't get to say my coffee gag, so it's all right. It's too late now.
Are you going to start getting it?
No.
I'm the one who gets offended.
It's ruined. I want a mega coffee.
Can you tell?
It's ruined now. So don't worry, I can say it.
Can you tell that we were both lovers in a previous life?
Who said that?
You did. You studied theatre.
You and I were lovers in a previous life.
Lovies, you plonker. Lovies. Theatre lovies.
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm so sorry. This is why I break out into song all the time, because of my theatrical background.
Exactly. Stop talking over her. LOL.
So listen, last time you told me off for looking at the chat, and now you're doing it.
I'm enjoying it. You get a better class chat on JC's channel.
Yeah, but then you told me not to look at the chat. Yeah. I don't even know how many people are watching. Let's have
a room.
1,300.
What's the problem?
Yeah, 1,361.
Hello, people. Listen, Juicy and Lucy are going to pop on. They said, have you sent them the link?
Oh, fuck, no.
Well, they said they wanted to pop on. I don't. You're the tech. This is your show. I'm a guest.
It's not my show.
It's on your channel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But that's because we couldn't do the stream. Okay. If there's someone in the chat who can send me an email with how to live stream to two YouTube channels at the same time from Zoom, that would be great. So now I've got to find, what are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at all these chats.
You're lapping up all the attention, Mr. Attwood.
I keep wanting to do John Gielgud and Laurence Olivier, but nobody knows who they are anymore, do they?
And I know. I grew up watching Laurence Olivier.
Oh, Larry, dear Larry. Johnny.
Only your 60-year-old panty-throwing fans will know about that.
Well, we used to do it when I had a theatre company. We used to do this impression of John Gielgud, and it was John Gielgud tipping a catamite out of his bed before he was doing Hamlet, and he'd just go, "Oh, greedy ass."
What?
That's the kind of thing we found funny in theatre.
Oh my God! Okay, I've got to find.
Dear boy.
Oh God.
I gave my Hamlet in Stratford.
All right. Are we going to talk about anything today?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to get Juicy and Lucy on for a little chat. Is that all right with everybody?
It's supposed to be a Q&A.
Yeah, I know. But they asked to come on, and I said, yes, it's okay.
Okay. All right. No, that's good.
By the way, I'm only contracted to do 2 hours tonight. I'm not doing one of your 5-hour specials.
Listen, buddy. Listen.
I've got
you pulled me into your abracadabra thing.
No, you invited yourself into that. It was like I had a great show, abracadabra. Suddenly, you come on as a guest. You said, "Come on, I want you to co-host with me." And I went, "Okay, come on as a guest. We'll have a little chat."
No, you didn't. No.
Before I know it, it's on JC's channel. I'm a second-class citizen.
No, that didn't happen. And you know what? So you pulled me into that gig.
I want JC to talk, please. Look, I'm being told off. Right, I'm going to shut up. Right?
11 hours.
You chat to 11 hours. I'm just going to go over there.
Mr. Attwood.
Yeah.
No. Stop. Oh, go away. I don't think they can even see that ugly photo. You know that? You do realize that they can't see that. That's a really hideous photo. Okay. Do we start with that? That's really gross. That's the biggest turn off. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't look. Do you know that's
Get on with it.
They're already here. Oh my God, they're coming on. Listen,
Who's here?
Juicy and Lucy, but I want to tell you something before they come on. I can't do 11 hours. This is what I'm saying.
You know you can. You know you can.
You
love it.
Into that gig.
You love
that gig. It's like a 3-hour show and then 11 hours.
Yeah, because you can't shut up.
As an appendix. I can't shut up. I sit back and you guys are all going off and having a party, taking your pants off and God knows what.
Come on.
All right.
Get Juicy and Lucy on.
All right. Hang on.
By the way, this hat was from It Ain't Half Hot Mum, which was a racist sitcom on the BBC in the 70s. Racial stereotypes.
How do I slow the chat? Are they here?
Carry on up the Khyber. Yes, that was filmed in Bethel in Wales. And I stayed
nice hat.
Hey!
Did you see the start?
Hey!
It ain't half hot, Mum.
Yes! I knew he'd get it.
You're a little man.
Did you like, hey, Juicy and Lucy, did you like my Mark impersonation?
Wow.
So,
wow.
You know,
that looks a lot better. In all fairness, sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
She looks too good to be
very
me.
carefully. I should say this only
Yeah,
one.
that's more like it. Hello. Yeah.
It is hello. hello, everybody.
My name is
I got my voice back.
I was just pissing by.
I'll only tell you this once.
Good morning. Remember Good Morning?
Good morning.
Yes. It was a great show.
Hey, listen, we're in the
middle
guys, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Can we just take things seriously, please? Because all this lightheartedness is not good.
It's not good, eh?
This is funny. Sorry, I'll shut up then. I was doing a job earlier, and she says to me, she went, well, she says, have you got any gloves? Have you got any rubber gloves to put this brush in? Because don't be so stupid. We used all them beginning pandemic. She says, what do you mean by that? I said, we was doing a lot of fiberglass in.
Should I translate?
I didn't understand a word of that. I was just, reading. Somebody in the chat was making me laugh because they put, I have a burn.
Remember the Madonna with the big boobies? The Madonna with the big boobies.
We're doing the boat. You know we're doing the boat up to live on.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, we're down there.
It's a Juicy and Lucy show, is it? All right. Go on.
I'm only staying 5 minutes and I'm out of here.
Juicy, can you
save myself for 8? And she turned around and she says, well, we must have some rubber gloves somewhere to put a brush in.
You know, your screensavers are not going to show on this thing, Juicy and Lucy. Where's your star? Where's your star family?
Oh, put the star up.
You got to put your star family on screensaver.
Have you seen the photo he's put up?
Who? Oh, yes, of course I could see that ugly photo. But I don't know if the chat can see it. See, I'm just by myself. This is the thing. Your screensavers, Mark, that gag is just for me.
It's because you need to put it on gallery view.
Gallery view.
Yeah, you put it on the speaker view.
No, it's on gallery view, my friend.
Swap it over because on YouTube it's just one.
It's on gallery view. It's
on YouTube.
Gallery view.
You're not listening. You're not listening. On YouTube, it's just showing one face at a time.
It's chaos.
There you go. Now it's working.
Speaker view.
Now that's it.
Let's have a look. Well, see, this is the opposite now because I put speaker view on and now it's got both of us. But the only reason why it's got both of us is because Juicy and Lucy have a screensaver and yours don't. But anyway, that's all right. It's all good. Let's have a look. So how are you all going, Juicy and Lucy? You were talking about scrubbing a brush up a boat thing.
No, we're talking about.
I don't know.
We're talking about the pandemic.
Oh.
Anyway, she says to me, she says, have we got any rubber gloves left over? Oh, it's done, Mr. Stupid. We used all the gloves and masks at the beginning of the pandemic. So she goes, what do you mean by that? I says, we was doing a lot of fiberglass in.
I know, hey, like, I don't think I've ever used a mask. I think I used one once because my mum forced me to. My mum forced me to. and I wore it for all of them an hour, and I got a sore throat straight away. Like, it was just like, how do people do that? Go around breathing their
It's
shit?
really bad.
Yeah, it is really bad.
So bad for you. Yeah. But that's good. It's stopped here. We don't need to wear masks, but you still see those twangers wearing them every now and then.
I bet they got.
Anyway,
I bet they got.
Oh, it's full on here still.
It's full on.
Everybody,
Yeah.
hey, you do know that Mark's having a fag right now.
Ah, that's what it is.
Why don't he just smoke?
That's why he wanted this to come on, and so he could go off for
Okay,
fag.
it's not. It's
I
not.
wonder.
Mark, it's not showing up, mate. Listen, it's not showing up on YouTube. So, yeah, you got to stay on the screen. No toilet breaks. No
Because you've got it on the wrong. You've got it on the wrong view.
No.
Yes, you have.
I've got it on gallery view.
Well, swap it to the other one then.
I did, and then it still showed us one at a time.
Okay, look, people are moaning because they said they came here for Q&A and we're just messing about.
Oh, really? Did they? Oh, you're moaning, are you? You know I can boot you out, right? You're not allowed to moan. No, you just pretend. No, Mark, you just pretend You just.
It's working now. You've got it on 3. Whatever setting you're on is working now. All right.
That's gallery view, which it was before.
Yeah, that's good. It's working now. That's good.
All right.
This you see.
Can we answer some questions?
Guys, I'm just going to answer the audience. Juicy and Lucy just popping in. This is not Abracadabra 8. They just popped in.
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No, saving
They
that
came
till
in to
next
tell us
week,
about
probably.
their boat. No, next week I'm moving house, so it's not happening.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Stop talking,
Wicked.
Buck. I can't believe this. They're so rude to me. Jesus.
Who are?
They're not rude to you. They love you, Mark. They love you.
Well, we
they
did
want
say
you to.
I hope it's a big place. We want somewhere big for this rave because loads of people want to come.
Oh, by the way,
that's not happening. But anyway, go on. We're just having a private party. Yeah, we're pretending.
No. We're going to run Abracadabra Festival, and we're going to talk about We're going to do it in this.
Good.
I've got a friend who runs camps in the Sahara. She'll set it up for us in the Sahara under the stars, 4 days.
Wow.
Wicked.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
he's got the hat for it.
I've got the hat
That
for it.
sounds like, you know what? That sounds like a really big wank.
Oh, get it go. You will watch out for the sand.
It sounds like something a marketing genius would come up with. What can we do? A party in the Sahara.
Yeah, why not? Dress for the occasion,
right.
look.
All right,
Anyway,
so
guys, look,
Yeah, we're gonna let you go.
we're going to let you two go. Don't want you two getting into trouble. We just thought of saying hello, that's all.
Yeah, thank you
we
very much
love
for the
it.
invite.
No, you can't go because now he's left again, which he does.
Where's he gone
when you're
now?
not talking to
Oh,
me.
he's
Here we
back.
go.
Hang on. I am a marketing genius, actually.
I know you are. That's why I said it. I mean, you're Mark, the
I bet
marketing
the table's
genius.
gone all wonky now.
What does that mean?
I didn't hear
Propping
that.
up the table.
Under the table's lifting. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I never said that.
No, I get
Somebody
all
just
the
said the most obvious. Can I wait? Because somebody just wrote the most obvious statement of all. Anyone else notice the chemistry between Mark and JC?
Yeah, it's
Isn't
like
that obvious?
like
That's obvious. 2020, 2021.
Well, you got chemistry set as well.
just because we get on. What's the big deal?
Yeah, get on. It's all right. It's all good.
Me and
12,000
Jason,
miles.
right,
What's 12,000
Her
miles?
her bookshelf has the same books on that mine has on. So what do you
In
do?
the same order. What
What
do
do
you
you
do? That's it. It's like,
What does the guy do? Does he go left? Does he go right? Does he comply?
Easy, I mean, if you ever live together, you can get rid of one of the set of shelves.
Live together. Oh.
Ain't it? Dump off of everything, you still got the
yes, we'll give half to charity because we've got the same books on the shelves.
Right, and guys, look, we're going to shoot off. We're going to get you into trouble.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, come back on
Okay.
later.
Yeah,
Knowing
come back on
JC,
later.
this will still be going in about 5 hours. So just pop on whenever. you
Oh,
want.
okay. All right. Okay, we'll do that then. All right.
Have
In a
fun.
bit.
Love you lot.
Have fun.
Bye, love you.
By the way, we're listening.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Lovely. No,
See
no
ya.
bad.
See ya.
We love you.
Bye.
We'll talk
Love
to
you.
you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Right,
Talk
better
to you
do some
later.
Q&A now because that's what you advertised.
I know. I did. I can't look at the chat because it's all saying suggestive comments in there, and then I'll start going,
don't worry about it. Look, we're just here to bring a bit of lightness, a bit of fun
Yes.
in the middle of this crazy time. That's all this is about. And, you know, maybe a bit of knowledge.
Yes. A bit of gnosis.
Don't say that. I just hate that word.
Gnosis.
No, because
Okay,
I have gnosis.
It's a good word.
It is.
All
I
right,
just
let's
can't take
answer
it
some.
seriously.
All right, so what do you reckon is going to happen tonight at 6? Is it 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US?
Well,
Somebody said something's going to happen.
well, somebody just moaned about Charlie again, saying that the EBS is going to happen at 11. Look, Charlie is not a prophet, right? Charlie's just a guy who asks questions, get lots of guests on to try and get to the truth. And he does have inside information. He gets information from all over the place, but sometimes he gets misinformation and sometimes he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
So what? You know,
Well,
why are people not taking responsibility for themselves? None of us
Yes.
know exactly what's going to happen. It's all guesswork, right? Nobody knows if this EBS is
Well,
going to
it's
happen or not.
intuition and guesswork.
Well, there's
yeah,
intuition and there's psychics. That's why psychics are, everybody's mad for psychics, because everybody wants to know what's
right.
going on. But I honestly think we should all just be enjoying the ride, right? Instead of thinking about the destination, we should be enjoying the journey, right? That's why I've got a stupid hat on and I do crap.
Well, there's something that you said the other day in your, I think it was a Charlie Freak interview, and it was, you know, everybody could sit there and scrambling, looking for all the details. And this is what I've been telling my audience forever is, you know, you want all these details and you want to look and research and get stuck into the research, but none of it matters because it's all inevitable anyway. So the good has won. Like, I mean, I don't know what other proof you need. It's already coming. Or
Well, it's all
happening.
really obvious that the good guys have won. It's really, really obvious.
Yeah.
Even the BBC, I saw just before I came on, somebody said on one of the WhatsApp groups that the BBC tonight were referring to Biden as Mr. Biden. They wouldn't be doing that. They didn't know. It'd be president.
They wouldn't be doing that. So that's a technical thing. Yeah. There's a lot of little things if you know where to look for them and not believe the illusion that's presented in front of you. So I hope that most people in the channel who are watching this later on understand that everything that you're seeing on mainstream TV is a performance. It literally is, even as realistic as they make, and we're not just talking about political things. Anything that you see as information, and it might look like from a very reputable source they look very straight-laced and their voice is at such a tone that it's going to make you believe that this is real. 90% of it is just a performance. But you have to know how to decode that. Yeah.
And I think I should add to that it's my considered opinion that this approach that they've taken to doing this is all about saving lives, because this is all about minimizing collateral damage, because people are so deeply entrenched and brainwashed that to undo that is going to be a massive trauma and shock. And if you do that within the political arena, when people are so doubled down in their politics bullshit, then they're going to start fighting. And then that means people are going to get hurt. So I think this is a brilliant genius. It's utterly incredible to see it unfold the way it is. And none of it's going the way any of us expected, right? I mean, you've been more spot on than anybody else in terms of predicting stuff. And I trust you 100% because I trust your intuition and you're incredibly good at that. And you were chosen for this job. And I know that, and you know that.
Yeah.
And that's why we, talk about this stuff so much. But
and you know what? It's not just, go on.
I'm just saying, anybody that's getting hung up on dates is always going to be disappointed because they're putting out tons of... Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll shut up. You go ahead.
No, I was about to say... No, it's funny because we always say the same thing. I was about to say the exact same thing. No, go on. Continue the thought because, that's exactly right. We can't... I was about to say it's not just about the predictions. And I say this, I've always said this about readings and things like that in the past, even before I had a YouTube channel, that what a psychic should provide is not just predictions, because it's about the journey to get to this vision that we're seeing. The reason why we're seeing the vision is because there is many probabilities that will create that. I've done readings for people before where they rang me in such a state where they had blocked out any kind of hope for their own future, and when I try to tap into them, I can't see the future because they've blocked that out.
They have.
But as I start talking to them, and I talk about how they're feeling, and I start saying, you're stuck, you're stagnant, and then I start talking about the possibilities. As I'm talking to them and their consciousness or their vision expands, then the predictions start coming through. I actually start seeing it as images in the future, and then I can start feeling it on the timeline. So in real time, I'm seeing them create their future, right? And this has happened time and time and time again, where I'm trying to read for someone, they've blocked out, they can't even see their future because they're so stuck and stagnant in their own problems. And this is what we're trying to do on a global scale. I think this is why the 17th letter was created, because what it does is it collectively joins people together to not just research certain things and to think laterally and think in a different way, and to understand code and how to look for clues in the news, for example. It is also collectively getting people to create the future. So they're all focusing in on this, let's solve this, or what does this mean? Could you imagine 5 years ago someone saying to you that Princess Diana is alive? Would you have believed it? Before, how long has it been? So before the 17th letter group.
Was it?
Yeah, I know, but before Q started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would anyone have believed that? Unless you were like a hardcore researcher, everyone believed that it was a sacrifice.
That's the beauty of it, because it's all about teaching us to think for ourselves, and this is all about reclaiming our sovereignty on every level: spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, physically, right? Yeah. Everything, and it's incredible because it is happening. It's very, if you're ahead of the curve and you know what's going on, you've been researching it for years, like we have, then it's frustrating, right? Because you think you just want it to happen. I mean, I'll wake up every morning, open the curtains and go, has it happened? No? Yes. Okay, right. I'll go and...
I'll just go back to,
I'll go and boil an egg.
Lydia Sinan said people are locked up in work, mortgages and care. And that is true. This is what the system has done to us. It's just locked us up in this.
We all know what the word mortgage means, right? It's French.
Yeah.
Mort
means death.
Grip.
Yeah.
Death grip. And, I did a degree in economics 3 years, and not once did anybody mention the fractional reserve banking system. What everybody should be doing is going to do some research, right? I'm just looking for a book here. I mean, I've got books like this on my table all the time because I do the research.
Yeah.
And one book that everybody should read is one called The Monster of Jekyll Island, which is all about how the Federal Reserve banking system was created by G. Edward Griffin. That book, I read that years ago, and it's phenomenal because once you understand how deep the grip they've had on us as a race, it's so deep, people just cannot comprehend how deep it is. So this is a huge job, and we're so privileged to be here, to witness it, to be part of it. And what you said, JC, is absolutely right. We are manifesting this future.
We're
right?
manifesting
and we manifest it. Exactly. And we're all doing it together, even if we don't realize we are, because we're multidimensional.
This is why I'm so tough on people. Like in my Facebook group, I think it's like over 23,000 now, maybe 25,000. I'm not quite sure, but I'm really strict on I tell my admins to be really strict on the posts, because I know the power of media, and that is media. And I've got 25,000 people focusing their attention on this. Focusing on their attention on this Facebook stream that they're seeing. Okay. And my group has got all these hundreds of posts. And if you've got a bunch of misinformation and fear porn in there, or any kind of discussion that's going to be full of fear and doubt and things like that, that's going to steer a whole bunch of people's consciousness in a different direction. It's going to instill little seeds of doubt. I'm convinced that you and I talk about demons a lot, and I'm convinced that demons work with doubt. I actually am convinced that that is one of the ways to break hope. Okay, if you put a seed of doubt, I mean, think about even in a relationship, that little seed of doubt breaks trust, and breaking trust means that you're not in touch with truth. And that's when all that your discernment, your inner discernment starts to go a bit haywire, right? And that's why these arguments about, you know, the two Charlies and, you know, oh, I don't trust him and I don't trust this person. I don't. That sort of seed of doubt starts to shake you up.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
And
the other thing, you know, the other thing I think is, I was thinking about this the other day. I got caught up in this because I did sense that there were some people in the truther community that were not good, and I was really worried about these people leading the public down the wrong path. However, the thing is, these people who are not good actually share a lot of truth. So it's people are resonating with the truth that they speak, and they're not resonating this. They're not seeing the person behind that. That public persona. Okay, so they're not seeing the truth of the person behind it. So, but what I want to say is a lot of these people, why are they doing this? Why is there psyops going on in truther communities and stuff like that? Because it creates confusion. It creates doubt. It causes people to take sides. It causes us to be divided. So in the end, the ultimate thing is to trust yourself and go within.
That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. That's what I think. That's why I say this is spiritual quarantine, because it's all about all of us finding out who we are and learning to trust ourselves again instead of suckling on the nipple of the state, because that's what we've been brought up to do. Somebody asked in the chat about this book, so can I share screens?
Sure. Oh, sorry, Don. Let me just do that.
I want to show this book because you can get it for free. I'm going to show you where to get it for free if I can find the...
Was it your book?
No, not my book.
Screen sharing
on?
I did.
Okay, ready? Here we go. This book, everybody should read this book. This book should be put into schools. Sorry, I'm trying to find the pages. Here it is. The Creature from Jekyll Island by G. Edward Griffin. Honestly, this book, I'm going to put this in the chat, the link to the PDF. It's, you know, it's not a light read, but go and read it, flick through it, just get an idea. All of us need to understand the financial system, because the financial system is the roots of the control system, right? And this is why this new financial system, otherwise known as QFS or Jasara and Nasara, I'm pretty damn sure that's happening. I'm pretty damn sure that's coming
100%.
in, right?
And you've got insight. I mean, you kind of had an insider on your show in Roberto.
Oh, yeah, Roberto. I did it. That interview was mind blowing, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. And this is a man who owns gold mines, who's owned a bank, who knows how the system works, who's worked with the cabal, and he is saying it's coming soon. If it's a gold-backed currency, he would know, right?
He was the youngest president of a company in the Canadian Stock Exchange at the age of 24. He talked to me. He's on my channel, Mark Attwood Show, the Adventures in Meat Suit. It's called, I can't remember what it's called. Mind Blowing Meat Suit Adventurer Roberts, his name is. And he talked about meeting aliens. He talked about alien abductions. He talked about meeting 75-year-old people that were looked like they were 32 that had no blood in their body. I mean, this stuff that's real information from a real person. You know, it's
Robert's surname is Papalia.
Papalia, I think.
It's Papalia. Roberto Papalia. I would like to be friends with you.
Robert, if you're watching this, he's a wonderful, wonderful man.
He just seems like such a beautiful man. I felt like I knew him when I was listening to him. You know, you always have the best. You always have the best people on your show.
Well, I only ever go with people that I resonate with, and this is why we talk so much, because we resonate. It's the same as Juicy and Lucy. I'm not chasing the numbers, and I'm not chasing there's kind of a circuit that's developed of people all saying the same thing over and over again, and I'm like, I'm more interested in individual stories. I'm interested in the spiritual side of it, and I'm interested in like Robert's stuff, which is like real testimony.
Amazing. And then that network that you create because of that level, that quality of people, you get more quality. I've noticed. I've said this, and I'm not being biased. Honestly, guys, Mark Attwood's channel is the best channel on YouTube. It seriously is. It's like the best talk show ever. Oh, it's got everything in it. I honestly, like, I sit there and I watch. I go, geez, these people are amazing that you interviewed. It's so good. William O'Leary, yeah, we had a chat.
Oh, William, yeah. Hi, William. You're watching.
He might be in the chat. And
William.
I listened to. Oh, can I just tell everyone on yesterday morning? Now I wake up for interviews. I had to do an interview at 6 a.m. for Spiritually Raw, so that's going to come up. They're putting it up on.
Just topping
audio,
up.
Your audio's changed. Your audio, Mark. So yeah, Spiritually Raw, they're going to put my interview that I did with them up maybe tomorrow on their channel. They're amazing. They're such lovely people, honestly. I was so pleasantly surprised. I already knew they were nice people, but they were genuinely really, really lovely people, April and Jay from Spiritually Raw. So that's good. They're going to put that up on their channel maybe tomorrow, and then they'll give me a copy in a few days, and then it'll be up on my channel. But they're great. But this is about the quality of people I'm talking about. So so what was I talking about? So there was someone that you had recently on, and I wanted to ask you about. There was something that you spoke about that was really interesting. I'm not sure if it was Tom Numbers or somebody asked in the chat about the Super Bowl and what you thought of it, because that discussion that you were talking about, how Tom was dissecting the numbers about the Super Bowl that's on, is it today or tomorrow in the US? Yeah. And how
it's
that
on Sunday.
relates to, yeah, Sunday. So that relates to all these predictions that Tom was making. Was he trying to say that there would be a big event on that day?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was talking to Tom about this, and he did the numbers on it. That's Tom Sidney Bushnell, who's a lovely fellow, and he's like
really good. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, the numbers are everywhere. I'm getting 17 and 45 10 times a day minimum. 322. Yeah. We've both been getting that for ages and ages. Yeah. The numbers are real, and the numbers are
it's what the matrix is created from. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're getting communicated with. You're on the right. If you're on the right, and this has been happening to me for like 10 years. 1111, all of that, 222, all keep coming. So I'm not an expert in the numbers by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm fascinated by them. And we were talking. What I was saying, I think a few people have mentioned the fact that the Super Bowl would be a phenomenal opportunity because Donald Trump loves big numbers, big numbers, right? How can he resist? I mean, but I'm not predicting it. Don't get upset if it doesn't happen. But wouldn't it be amazing? Instead of seeing Madonna doing devil worship, right, which is what we've been getting for the last 10 years, instead of that shit, we had, some big thing. And we were talking about how this relates to the film The Dark Knight Rises, when Bane blows up the football pitch, the American football pitch.
Yeah. Hopefully
that's not going to happen. But I do believe very strongly in 107's 107. His take on the fact that this is called the great. I'm going to do this joke I've done it before, but this is called the Great Awakening, not the itsy bitsy teeny weeny awakening, not the little itty bitty awakening. It's the great fucking awakening, right? So this has to be indelibly etched on the psyche of the human race. Absolutely. So that we never let this shit happen again, because we collectively have allowed this shit to happen. There is a network across the planet with trillions of our dollars money spent on building a massive underground network of caves, tunnels, railway lines, fucking all sorts, right? Where they're genetically splicing human beings, they're murdering and eating children, they're feeding demons. Demons are real, actual creatures underground. 300-foot monkeys, I heard.
I saw them. I saw them.
Well, the reason, just to explain to anybody that doesn't know why we connected, when JC did her first video about the demons under Australia, and when she and I listened to it intently, because you're very engaging, right? But when she mentioned the Minotaur, I just had a vision of a Minotaur literally 2 days before that was so vivid. It was unreal. It was like in my third eye. And it was just, and I just went, bang, right? I have to talk to this woman. And, that's the back history of why we're why we're here now.
Well, we're best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Kid on the side of the road. Sorry, Nigel keeps asking me to do Michael Caine impression. I don't know if that's appropriate, really.
Okay, go on.
Which one do you want? Do you want the Italian job or do you want Zulu?
Do the Zulu one. You haven't done it before. Only done it for me.
Okay, Zulu. Stop throwing bloody spears at me. There you go.
Oh my God, it's so lame.
I'm a dad. I do dad jokes. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
And this is actually a spiritual lesson within this shit comedy, right? That is, stop giving a fuck about what anybody thinks about you at all. Stand in your power, tell your truth, be the truth, and be the change that you want to see, right? And that's how we collectively are doing this. We're winning this because we're doing it in the astral. All of us.
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
we are.
Whether you realize it or not. Yeah, well, it's already won, but we're still got to
get there. Yes.
Yeah. And we've still got to envisage this incredible future, which is going to be community-led. No passports. You saw that.
Yes, no passports.
Everybody's owed about $6 million. Everybody should know this. And this is why they should read that book about the Federal Reserve and understand the fractional reserve banking system, because that system has stolen every penny from you, your whole life, and all of your ancestors. And every war was created by the same people that created that financial system. Everybody that died in a war was sacrificed to Satan. That's what they did it for, right? Yeah. Everybody. So you should start getting pissed off with them because these fuckers have to go down. And the thing you've got to remember is, if the bad guys were in charge, all of us would already be dead. Hillary Clinton was supposed to start a nuclear war in 2017. That was the plan, right? Yeah. This virus was the backup plan to wipe out the rest and imprison the rest of us, right? Do not get a vaccine under any circumstances. Stand in your truth. Don't wear a mask. Be courageous, right? Because every time you walk out that door without a mask, and every time you talk to somebody about this stuff, you are changing the collective consciousness. And the human race is like a petri dish, right? Remember petri dishes in biology classes in school? Yeah. You'd have all this bacteria, you'd introduce one different bacteria, and it'd go 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, boom, and suddenly the whole thing changes. That's how it works with our collective consciousness, right? Yeah. There might only be 100,000 people watching you on YouTube, but that 100,000 is a big number, actually, JC, when you think about how it affects the consciousness. And that's what this is all about. God, I talked for ages then, didn't I?
Yeah. I tried to get a word in and I couldn't.
Oh, is it not? I don't have to be here. I could go and watch a movie. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Off you go. Goodbye. See you later.
Right. See you later then. Bye.
See ya. You know, no one can see that. Only I can see that.
Oh, really? That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a funny picture.
It's
okay.
An ugly picture. You're going to have to hold it up.
Brilliant.
Okay. So, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say because you were talking so much.
Well, why don't you try reading the questions for the Q&A in the...
Oh, I can't because you're on one line of thought. So I just wanted to quickly talk about... So there's a lot of people struggling out there, and this is why we're doing this show. So I wanted to... I read a little message that someone left on YouTube for me, and I wanted to... on something that I posted. And it was Nick, actually. Nick Foz, who's in the chat, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to just reiterate why a lot of you are very happy when we do these sorts of shows and things like that. And a lot of you, some of you are still stuck and going, come on, get on with it. I just want to know the answers. I just want to know the dates and things like that. But most of you understand that we're trying to generate some kind of a higher frequency and a different vibe and to get you to live in the moment. This forces you to live in the moment. But Nick wrote something really, really cool that I thought that just it explained why people are suffering at this moment, okay? He said, I believe that empaths struggle with depression and pain. Obviously, people think they are ill and they go to the doctor to be dumbed down with pharmaceuticals. But really, we are people taking on other people's energies that couldn't take it. Pretty reminiscent of what we are going through right now with the awakening. Love to you both. Looking forward to watching you tonight. So he wrote that on our the post. So what he was trying to say is that basically there's a lot of people suffering out there, and the reason why you are suffering is you're feeling that collective energy of what's going on, and people are saying you're depressed, you know, what this depression is some kind of just a chemical thing. But that's why we've got to really take charge of what we're thinking about, and why laughter and craziness and chaos, you know, in laughter and comedy, it breaks through all of that, and it shatters that, because a lot of people with depression, they're living in the past. Okay. Yeah. So they're not living in the moment. Anxiety is a fear of the future. And depression is about dwelling on the past. So it just forces you to be in the moment.
The past is gone.
Past is what?
The past is gone. The future doesn't exist. All you have is now. And while you're here right now, laugh your ass off, because you know you've got YouTube, right? Although YouTube's a wanker that deletes everybody that tells the truth, there's still there's loads of fantastic comedy on there. You know, I was sitting down watching Rocky IV with my son earlier at the dinner table, and it's great. We're having a right.
Is it comedy?
Well, it was Rocky. It was exciting, and because he walks around the kitchen.
Oh, Nick, sorry.
What?
Oh my God, Nick is a girl. Sorry, Nick is a female. I don't know why I thought you were male. Maybe because your surname was weird. I don't know. Don't worry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh,
go on.
Hey.
So Rocky, Rocky?
Oh no, it's just maybe. No, I was thinking earlier. I think you said the other day about wanting to see me dressed as a woman. Shall I pull up a clip?
Yes, we said that's why I did. Well, that's why I did the Mark Attwood show, Adventures in Meat Suit, and so far it is your show because you've been talking a lot. So
God, you're so bitchy tonight. Yeah, look,
that's not bitchy. It's a joke. That's a joke.
Just nasty.
Listen, mate. Listen, mate. You haven't got your panty throwing women
don't you make
in
me.
the chat here. Yeah. You haven't got your panty throwing, you know, little fans in the chat
all right
now. So
calm down. That's one for all the Scousers in the audience.
Oh, really?
I love Scousers. Liverpool's a
Just,
great place. You should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll go.
Brilliant. Right. I'm going to show you a clip. I'm just going to break this up a little bit. I'm going to show you a clip from something I did on Granada TV and what was it called? Paramount TV in 1997 or 98. And this is okay, look, I've got to apologize. This is really bad quality. And this also probably explains why I didn't carry on my career in comedy. But like I said, I don't give a shit, so I'm going to show it to you anyway.
You know, and that year I was at uni studying theatre and probably doing the same kind of lame gags.
Yeah, so this is that's me in a dress, smoking a fag in Wellington boots, and that's Blackpool Tower there. And this was my comedy partner at the time, Stan Vernon, who unfortunately passed away. He passed away last September. But I'll have a watch of this just for the crack. It's terrible quality. Oh, you can't hear it. Let me turn it up.
Are they sleeping?
Beautiful.
Cleaning.
Oh, Dame Edna, eat your heart out.
So that's me on the left as well there. So we had such a laugh making that. That was all, it was a silent comedy, but it was all philosophical. So it's got these two road sweepers who get a letter that says you're fired, but they can't catch the letter. So they spend the whole day well, this is about the journey, you see, because all my stuff was based upon Samuel Beckett and Harold Pinter. It was all like existential kind of, and what I love about Pinter is that all the dramas in the pauses, right?
Yes, it is.
Like this one I'm doing now. We should do theatre together. That was good. That was a good pause.
Yeah, well, you know, I've studied acting. Come on.
We should go on tour. When this is over, let's go on tour.
Go on tour.
Yeah.
Can we do improvisation now? I'm really bad at memorizing lines. I can do it. I could do a bit.
I couldn't go. Actually, I couldn't share the stage with you because I wouldn't get a word in. Jesus, it'd be awful.
Has anyone been watching the last 20 or so minutes of this guy talking?
So easy. Anyway.
Hang on, where are you? Are you here or are you here?
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I mean on the screen. Okay, so I have to do it that way. Right. Okay, I'm going to do it that way. So anyway, I'm trying to work out.
Any more Q&As?
Yes, there is. It's all about you, Mark. Yes, it is. It's all about him. It's all about him and his big plain tits.
Put your cat claws away, woman.
No, I'm reading the comments. It's all about you and your cat tits.
Oh, it is.
Yes. Plain tits.
Well, I'll shut up.
Your airplane tits.
I'll tell you what, I'll let your audience enjoy you while I go for a
No. Listen, you and you're disappearing off the screen. Have you got ADD? Is there something wrong with you? Why can't you sit still?
I've not had my Ritalin today.
Just stop. Just stop.
You're
all
very-
right.
you're very
You mean your saffron extract.
Yeah, I haven't. Did I say that?
Anyway,
No.
hey, by the way, guys,
You know
this
what
is
this
not
is?
medical. What?
I took that supplement you told me to get. I took it today, and I've been like, blah, 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 blah.
Which one? The Brahmi.
The nootropic.
Brahmi.
Brahmi. It's brilliant.
It is. I've had it for 4 or 5 days.
I'm gonna start taking it for poems. Woo.
Well, there you go.
Right,
Awesome.
I'll shut up for a minute.
Fake sulk. Somebody said fake sulk. All right. Oh, Mr. Frodo. Somebody's saying, Mr. Frodo, Mark.
Mr. Frodo. This is what me and Joe do my son Joe. We do it every day. It's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We just and he does a brilliant. My son is a brilliant impressionist, right? And he does this phenomenal impression of Frodo talking to Samwise Gamgee. So I go, Mr. Frodo, and he goes, "Oh, Sam." He does that, and he sounds so, homosexual. Not that that's.
Oh God! All right. So if anyone's got any questions, put them in capital letters in the chat, please, and then we'll answer them. And I'll do some psychic stuff.
Is Alpa there?
Okay.
Alpa's there.
And
Hello,
now,
Alpa's here.
hi Alpa. How you going? Alpha. It's not Alpha. It's Alpa.
That's why I said Alpa.
Somebody wrote Alpha.
Oh.
I know you. Somebody wrote Alpha. Please keep up with my humor.
Calm down.
All right. So if anybody has a question, could you write it in capital letters in the chat, please? Otherwise, I'm going to end the live stream. So there's no point in Q&A if no one's got any questions. Any questions?
Ouch.
Okay. You highlighting my cattiness is not helping.
Okay,
so just chill. All right.
Comedy. Chill out.
What was the supplement? Okay. So the supplement is Brahmi. But we know this is not medical advice, but it helps with your cognition and stuff like that.
It's a new.
So somebody said, it's a nootropic or adaptogenic. So somebody said EBS this weekend. I think it's too early. As soon as I saw that and felt it's too early, and as soon as somebody says it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. All right.
Wouldn't you love it though, JC? Wouldn't it be amazing? I mean, do you ever sit and fantasize about it? Because I do.
Yeah, all the time.
I literally sit there, close my eyes, and imagine the EBS happening, and then the big queue of people outside my door to apologise.
Yeah. Some people, I know. Oh, I told my beautician to look. No, she wanted to see my YouTube channel, and I said, "So don't watch the videos." And then the next time I saw her, she was just like,
I did that. Local photographer. He said, He said, "Oh, I hear you're a poet. What, can you send me a link to your poetry?" And I was like, no. No.
You can have to send them to the old stuff or your romantic poetry. So
when you guys get married?
I'm just reading.
Marriage is done, mate. Marriage is.
Yeah. We don't believe in marriage.
No, I've done that once. Not doing it again.
Me too.
In fact, the ring. The ring. Talking of Lord of the Rings, the ring that goes on that finger, one ring to bind them all. It's the ring of Saturn. It's satanic. Marriage in and of itself is a satanic thing. It's a contract, and this is why most people who are married, most people, I've not seen this about everybody, are unhappy because they have these projected expectations of each other, and it becomes like a mind. You should just get up. If you want to be with somebody, you should get up in the morning and say, I want to be with you. This is cool. Rather than, oh shit, we've got a mortgage together, we've got a house together, we've got these kids, and these kids must be brought up in this way. No, rewrite everything. Write your own rules.
Rewrite your
time to write your own rules.
Exactly, but that's the thing. Like, we've got to rethink all of that. That whole, even the actual rituals of marriage. The actual marriage itself, isn't that actual marriage itself is apart from the contract? What are you laughing at?
You're getting told off.
Get a word out.
Jesus, that's because you're encouraging them to write. If you don't want me to talk,
no, but you are talking over the top of me. That's very obvious. You are. All right. So, all right. Yeah, we're just going to rethink the whole ritual and marriage and things like that. But yeah. So when are we getting married, Mark? Not getting married. Wow. What is that face? Let me see if I can find some more questions. Yeah. How do you travel back to the real world? Oh, I think they're talking about the, are you talking about the astral when I'm doing that? When I'm doing the astral traveling? Okay, so let me, actually, there was a question before that I want to answer and kind of clear up. The thing is, I need to make short videos about these things and just put them all up and then go to that video to answer it. I've said this many times before in interviews. What I do is not remote view. It's not a technical remote view. I call it remote viewing because I am seeing these things remotely. However, it's more like an astral journeying or a shamanic journeying, okay? And it starts as a meditative practice, and then just the way I focus, there's no technical thing to it. It's all completely intuition. When I did the Antarctica view and the New World one and the inauguration one, that was pure instinct to use a particular crystal to make sure that I formed a Merkaba on the astral with a male counterpart and all of that sort of stuff. So all of that was just pure instinct because I knew I was going to go into travel into some portal of some kind, and that's how I was able to see. I don't have a specific thing. I can't sit there and do a course and explain to you how to do it. There are courses out there to teach you how to do remote viewing, but I know there's all these people out there going, that's not remote viewing, to be honest with you. I know it's not remote viewing. It is a term that everyone's been using, and it's a very loosely used, it's incorrectly used, actually. So I'll just clear that up now. Somebody said, is marriage satanic? Nope. Okay. We're meaning that the institution of it is satanic and the symbolism of the rituals is satanic. The actual union of two people is not satanic, okay? The union of two people is a conscious decision. The contract around it is satanic. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and the institutions behind it, like the churches.
Churches, yeah.
It's
and it was all about property and all of that sort of stuff. So it's slavery, basically. Really, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else. Do you see anything I don't know who that is. Okay, hang on a second.
Are twin flames real? That's a good question.
I just read that. Are twin flames real? Okay, so I'll say it from what the shaman said about it, and then I'll talk about my interpretation of it, and then I'll talk about the misinformation about it. So when we spoke to Huna about stuff, I explained to him about the Merkaba thing, and he said, yes, that's a very powerful thing when you're doing astral traveling, because it will prevent you from getting stuck, because he works with portals and opening portals all the time, and as a shaman he's dealing with multidimensional things. So this isn't a 3D thing, this is a multidimensional thing, and it's he's able to travel and do different things on different dimensions. Okay, so he was saying that actual union of this divine feminine, divine masculine, which is a bit wanky, but that is what they would call twin flames. And in his practice as a shaman, they use that true twin flame energy in their rituals because it's very powerful, the combination of those two. Okay, because this earth or this reality was created by male female energies, which is what is embodied within us. So when you have an energy, and it's not about sex, okay, it's about it's an energy, so it's not about gender or anything. So you can have a same-sex couple that are what you would call twin flames. Okay, it is an energy, it's an essence that there's one that may be we're both, male and female, but they might be presenting, or the energy is more dominant than the other, etc. Okay, and it's a balance. In my feeling and what I saw was, it was like the spark of consciousness as it came into being in this universe split, and one was like the way I saw it in my head, it was like it looked like a comet, okay, and then the other one that was beside it was like a seed, and I heard in my head a seed of consciousness, okay, or the thoughts. And that is the male and female. When you think about it, it looked like a sperm and an egg, right? But as it's coming into this, into a conscious being, it actually separates. So we can split. So our souls can split and all of those sorts of things. Okay, we can split. If you believe in past lives, some people, like my higher self might be split into 10 people at this present time. You know, it could very well be that. And there's been evidence of this with Michael Newton, I think his name is Dr. Michael Newton, who wrote The Journey of Souls and The Destiny of Souls. And he did studies on thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And it's this hypnosis technique that he developed called Life Between Lives. And he regressed people not just back to a past life, but in between lives, so they could experience what's out there before they reincarnate, okay? And what's in between. And all these stories were all matching up. And some of the things that there were thousands of people that had the same thing, their consciousness was split into different people at the same time in the same era, okay? So they were actually living simultaneous lives in different bodies. So that's possible. So when you think of a twin flame, that's basically what that is. It's a male-female counterpart. It's like a very, when they come together, a lot of people say, so this is a common New Age thing, that it's always very difficult for them to get together, that there's all these shadow things that they've got to work on before they get together and all of that stuff. And people think of it as like it must be this amazing lustful sort of thing, and it's like the ultimate relationship. And then other people go, oh, you're not supposed to be with your twin flame, etc., etc. So this is, I think a lot of that is misinformation, or it's people who've not experienced the true combination of the twin flame. Have I been talking too long? I'm just trying to explain this. And then the other thing is, what I have noticed is when we're talking about the convergence of all these people who what's happening now, because there's this amazing quickening of people meeting up and technologies allowing us to meet together, souls that we would not have in previous lifetimes been able to meet up with, past life, or souls that we've known outside of this existence. They're all coming together now and they're all working together. And so what's happening is you're seeing a lot more people who were originally came into this reality together, maybe thousands of years ago. They're finally meeting up, okay? And so that's why there's a lot of people who are twin flames finally meeting, okay? And they say, from what I understand from one lady who's an expert on it, she says that the work that they do is very, very important and powerful. And that's why at this time, from about 2012, a lot of twin flames are meeting up. So that's that. It's not necessarily everyone's got a twin flame, and it's not necessary for you to have one to be happy. It's not about that. It's simply about I think it's about the work that they do together, and that the energy of finally uniting and all of that sort of stuff. But it doesn't mean it's the ultimate love, because there's a lot of people who go, but I haven't met my twin flame. Oh, and the other thing is sometimes your twin flame or your counterpart is not actually in the physical. Then they're not incarnated. They've decided to stay on the outside in the higher realms, and they're watching you or helping you, assisting you in some way. And you might see them in your dreams. So that's another thing that can happen as well. All right, so somebody's asking, did I think that Mike Flynn was telling porkies? So, Mark, do you know much about that? He did an interview recently.
Yeah, he did an interview today on the Right Side podcast, and I watched about 20 minutes of it. And I don't think you can say he's telling porkies. I think there's.
I think it's military operations. That's what I'm sensing.
It is a military operation, and he's kind of. I have a lot of respect for this man, and what he was doing was kind of, his message was less about what was actually going on and more about telling people that they need to get involved. What he actually said was, it's not just a case of queuing up to vote; it's a case of getting involved at every level, because, and this comes back to what I said earlier,
consciousness.
We've allowed this satanic cult to take over the world, because we've just sat in and watched the TV instead of getting involved in what's going on in our communities and what's going on in our in our regions and our countries, and we need to get involved. And that's what I took away from General Flynn today. So I didn't hear him say anything that I think it's a bit like Donald Trump. As far as I've observed him very closely for quite a long time now, and he said things in code, right, which will make sense later. So it could, you could on one level, you could say he was lying about vaccines. He's lying about this, he's lying about that. No. But when he's talking in code, he's not lying. So it's a bit like that. And if they are telling us stuff that in the 3D is not strictly exactly what you expect it to be in terms of what you define as truth, then it's for your own protection. So that's the way I see it.
Absolutely. Now, this is why when I do see something, I'm not going to reveal everything, because sometimes it's a military operation and I can't talk too much in detail about it. And I get that sense, I get that feeling that it's still underway. I've even had that answer in, I think it was a Q&A I did on Patreon, where the answer came back not to be discussed. Okay. And I was asking about a military thing. It was because it's a military operation that's still underway, and the answer wasn't giving me an answer about that. Okay. Now, the way, if you understand about, yes, I will talk about vaccines. So stop asking. There was the way that if you read The Art of War and you understand how they're operating, and also how people play chess, for example, you need to understand that they're not going to do everything blatantly and out in the open. They're going to present themselves as weak. That's how it works. Usually, they have to, there's many layers as to why Mr. T is not in the forefront right now. It's partly for his own protection, and he needs to step out of the way of that. But also, they need to appear to be weak. Okay, the winning side sort of does this strategy where they need to make the other side look like they've won and that their plan is going ahead before there's an ambush. And I did feel that sense of that ambush when I was on Beyond the Veil. There was an episode, if you're watching this later, and you can go look this up, there's an episode that Beyond the Veil on YouTube did where I came on, and it was just all of a sudden they asked me to come on and chat with them. And it's called We the Atlanteans. And in that, I give so many predictions, and it was live on air. This stuff was coming through. And this was before, I think it was early January, and everybody was still hoping that Mr. T would win. And I was like, I'm feeling like they're going to give it to Mr. B. Right. And I was like, I felt really sick. I was like, oh no. And then I said, but it feels like it's a front, and they're pretending. And then I said, and as I'm feeling the energy, and I'm moving, because I sort of feel it like a timeline, and I can feel blips on the little line. I felt that the last week of February, it flipped. The energy flipped. So it was doing one thing, and it was like very nasty and negative, and then it flipped. And what I saw was an image of a representation of the military it was General Flynn. Okay, I saw him on that final week of February. Now that fits in with this constant thing I've had of 21st of February. The military says we've won. Okay, so that in itself is a prediction. I think it's a strong possibility. And I think that this is why I'm saying that the EBS, emergency broadcasting system, I don't think it's going to happen today. I really don't. I don't know where people got that conclusion from, or if it was just because they said Charlie Ward said it. But you know what? That expectation's always been there. People keep, trying to have this expectation of what's happening next. And I'm going to, anyway, let me change the subject, because we're going to talk about the vaccine so everyone can shut up and stop talking about it. Okay, so first of all, do you remember when I sang that song, Mark? There is no vaccine. There is no vaccine. Okay. It's not a vaccine. All right. I'm not backtracking here. It's not a vaccine. There is a remote view I did at the time a couple of months ago about, I wanted to see what was really going on, because they kept talking about rolling it out. And I just kept getting that so we still have a faction that is trying to, we'll call them the deep state. They're still trying to carry out their plans, okay? So if you can imagine, we've got an alliance of people that are like white hats, and that includes a very large country in Asia. There is a faction there that is joined with the good, okay? And then there is still the CCP who are still aligned with what I spoke about in Antarctica. They're working directly with Dracos and stuff like that. So they're working with these demonic forces, okay? And many countries are, but they really are still under their spell and working through them, okay? So I still believe, so the deep state and CCP are really like, they're like that, okay? So even countries from Europe or leaders from Europe who are really locked in with the deep state, they're all working together. And the feeling I got is they're still trying to go ahead with this plan of this very dangerous toxin that they want to inject in people. And there were many plans foiled. That's definitely what I saw. I saw there was they were blocking. So it would always be like, it's like a spy movie. There was this plan to roll out this one thing, and then the white hats would infiltrate and block it from happening. They would take, it was so multi-layered. They would not allow them to have certain ingredients, so they couldn't make it, and they blocked that. There was so many, it was like the right hand didn't know, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. It's so compartmentalized, this whole thing of the vaccines. One of the things I definitely said, and I picked up on very strongly, was that that the media is going to tell you one story and roll with it, even if it's not happening, okay? So the media are still rolling out like, yep, it's coming. We've got now approval for 150 million vaccines. And
It's a script.
It's a script. It's not just a script, but they're also told, there's some people in the media higher up who are told, here's the story, go with that, right? It's so compartmentalized that even the people who are telling you they've got intel don't know the real intel, okay? I just want you to get that through your heads. If you're sitting there shitting yourself at home about a vaccine, you're watching the mainstream news. Turn off your TV. That was the number one thing we kept saying to people over and over again. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Do I have to make a song about it? Turn off your fucking TV. Turn off the radio. Stop listening to the mainstream sources of information. They are not informing you. They are literally brainwashing you, okay? I was exposed to it with no volume the other day, okay, and I felt sick to the mainstream news. I heard it for 30 seconds on the radio and I felt sick and my vibration lowered. I can't imagine sitting at home, having the TV on non-stop and absorbing that information. And if you're an empath, this is one of the reasons why you are suffering right now. This is one of the reasons why you are so despairing right now, okay? And I know some people very well who are doing that right now, and they're constantly asking me, can you just give me some hope? First of all, I don't create the future. I pick up on it and I tell you, okay? And because I have this innate knowing of there is hope and there is this final thing that I can see, I'm trying to give you the information to help you to visualize that. If you're going to keep getting stuck in these little minutiae and, oh, but then I saw this story about this and I saw this story about that. It's a script. It is a script. I get these emails every day, but I know someone that got really sick from the vaccine. It's not a vaccine, okay? It is not a vaccine. It is a poison, and some of them got through. And that's what I wanted to say, that there is this other creation that they've made. Some were these old flu shot formulas, okay? It was like a Russian roulette, old flu shot formulas, and then you had this poison that they managed to make enough of that they're trying to get into people, okay? And that's that whole genetic, it's like doing something with your genetics, okay? It's basically doing that. There is no virus to this extent that they're talking about for it to be deadly, for it to warrant a vaccine, okay? So it is still part of that plan of the deep state. They wanted to cause as much collateral damage as possible. And if you want to look at this from a metaphysical level, outside of this reality, why are they doing this suffering? Why are they causing suffering? Because these demons are hungry and they need loosh and they need something to feed off. And this fear and confusion and doubt is going to give them enough food to feed off. The other flip side of this, though, is that the demons are necessary, okay? And this negativity is necessary, because without this tension and this thing that you're bucking up against, you're not going to be making the kinds of shifts that you need to make in yourself to challenge yourself to make the decisions to propel you forward into a positive future. It's the same with being with in a bad relationship. They're there to present to you something that you do not want so that you can go towards the thing that you do want. Okay. So instead of getting caught in the story of the bad thing you don't want, focus on, allow it to propel you towards the thing that you do want. Okay. So if you're listening in the chat, and I know there's a lot of people typing and they're still going on about vaccines, listen to what I'm saying. Go back and listen to this. I'm telling you over and over again, listen to this. Get in the links, there is a PDF that I wrote. Okay. And it's a very good PDF. I'm telling you, Mark, how much would this PDF get in marketing? Seriously, the quality of it.
You could charge $300 for that PDF, but.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And I've got a link there that you can get it for free. There is no excuse anymore. Get the PDF of the survival guide. It's a spiritual survival guide. It's not just about lockdown. It's about surviving any kind of mental attacks or anything that's going to cause you to question a lot of things. Okay. Sorry, my mouth is dry. So get the survival guide. Okay. There's a lot of people who've really thanked me for that, and they've said it saved their life. Just reading that, and there is an MP3 with it as well. So there is a free one if you want the PDF, it's a written thing. It should be sent to you. But there's also an MP3 that you can pay for, and you can pay for the PDF as well if you want to donate some money. But let's just do what you feel is right. You don't have to worry if you got it for free. Okay, it's not a big deal. So somebody keeps saying about narcissistic abuse, twin flame narcissistic. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not. Because a true twin flame energy does not have that level of personality disorder and toxicity mentally for you to even meet them. You would not be at that stage in your development as a human being to meet your twin flame. That's false. And I would say that anyone who's in a relationship where they claim that it's their twin flame and they're being abused mentally or emotionally, or it's codependent, that's not a twin flame relationship. That's just two people being codependent. Okay. Completely different energy. All right. So that's where the falsity comes in with all of that twin flame thing. And I know it's a big wank. This is what I hate about these labels like twin flame, and they have these little like divine feminine. Okay, but it's a language to help you understand the energy of that that combination. All right. Yes, so Georgie Kane said, I've bought the PDF. Please, everyone, get a copy. So there's no excuse. You know how to go to a YouTube channel, click the description. Mark's got it on his channel. He's got a description in every video, and he's got links. He's got amazing links in there. So if you want to know about XRP, he's got stuff about XRP. If you want to know about Zeolite, he's got links about Zeolite. Okay, we've all got links in our channels. So a lot of your questions will be answered with them. So what is it?
I found that funny. Please just tell us when the pubs in Ireland will reopen. Can you tune into that? Very, very important.
Yes. Well, I've got my Guinness t-shirt. I'm not going to knock over everything again. I've got my Guinness t-shirt.
It's not the same though, I have to say. It's very nice, but
do you like my jugs? I've got my jugs of Guinness. I didn't even think of that before. I didn't know say that joke before.
That's very good, yeah.
That's
Guinness
tits. Guinness tits. Very malty. Dark and malty.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna have to go and tuck my 10-year-old in. It'll take me 5 minutes.
Okay, well, in that time, I'm going to answer questions.
Yeah, it's 11:10. He should go to bed. I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah. All right, go. Bye, George.
Don't give his name away.
Oh, sorry, Fred.
Yeah, all right, see ya.
No one could see that. Mark's got, you can't see it, but Mark's got a really ugly screensaver of this guy from oh no, I can't even look at it. Okay, so let's have a look. Gypsy Lights, calm down, okay? It's my show. You don't like it? See you later. Goodbye. Right, so let's have a look. The mainstream has just been brought down. Michelle, what makes you say that? Michelle Partridge, the mainstream has just been brought down. I don't know where that came from. So, right, every single Q&A, somebody asked this question, any updates on the children in the tunnels? And I answer it every time. And I'm just, I won't answer that anymore because it's an operation that's still underway, and it's not necessarily, so I've had a few satanic ritual abuse survivors contact me, and they are legitimate ones. And, we're talking decades ago, they were some of the children that were in tunnels. They're still being pursued, okay? They're being gang stalked and things like that. And they've survived long life child sex trafficking and things like that, okay? I do want to get one of them on the show, but she's still suffering from some of the, she's probably in her 30s and she's still suffering from some of the abuse, okay? So that there is, there's a long way to go for the therapies. And I think that what I picked up on is that with a lot of these children, this is multidimensional. I don't know how else to explain this. Some of these children, many of these children did not survive. However, the ones that did survive and are going to be rehabilitated, it's a long road, but they do have the technology to be able to do that. And I think that there is still things going on. So there's still these sleeper cells, there's still these pedophile rings, there's still human trafficking things going on in this earth. And this is the stuff that they really have to dismantle and get rid of. But they're like, they're horrible. I mean, it's very multidimensional from what I've heard from the satanic ritual abuse survivors and the child sex trafficking survivors. It's so multidimensional in what they're experiencing, and they're kind of backing up this story that these demons work through these people. They actually have seen demons in their experiences, okay? So as far as it being recovered, and from the people that I have spoken to who are survivors, they are the most amazingly beautiful spiritual souls. So these souls are really amazing. And these demons, as soon as people are born, they're kind of able to pinpoint where are these bright lights, these souls, and they will target them for the abuse, okay? So a lot of you who've suffered anything like that in your childhood, they knew when you came into this world that you are you're a bright spark, okay? And they wanted to feed off that and continue to feed off that. And so this is a long story about the children, and it's not just about children in tunnels. It's children in buildings in the middle of a city. It's children in homes that are being used as slaves. It's children that are in mansions and elite mansions that are being used and trafficked across the world, okay? And it's not just children, it's women and men as well, okay? So it's a very big story, and that is the core of what is trying to be taken down, okay? There's some questions I can't answer in the chat, Carla. I'm not going to answer certain things about certain groups, okay? Just do your research. I will say this, there's, as far as disinfo goes in the truther community, so you've got kind of a different sort of layers going on. There's controlled, what they call controlled opposition, who they have the information, so they might be CIA hired, deep state hired, but there's, and they'll give a great amount of truth, and they'll present it, and they'll even have actors to do this and play these roles, these lifetime actors that will present, and very popular sort of YouTubers and truthers and stuff like that. And they'll present a lot of this truth to you. However, they are controlled opposition, meaning that there's a direction that they're trying to work on with you. They know how our human psyche works, and they know if they can cause enough confusion and division in what you believe in, like flat earth, etc. And like I said, it doesn't mean that it's not true. Okay, so the information they put out is very true, but there's usually infiltration going on. There's a lot of that going on here. They're using it so that they can cause confusion, and so that you never get to the truth. But it goes back to what Charlie Freak says and what I say. It's about going within. You really, really have to go within to get the true understanding. Now, if you've never done that before, if you've never really stopped and listened to your real true self, because you've been constantly been made to look outward and look at a TV set to receive information passively, it's going to be a hard job for you to start listening to this inner voice. That's why I really try to encourage people to start a meditation practice, okay? There is so much information out there on how to do a meditative practice. I'm going to, when I get time and I've settled into my new place where I'm going to move, I'm going to write some meditations, various meditations, and I will put them out like maybe like on iTunes or something, I don't know, but we'll put them out as tracks so that you guys, and we'll do some for free and some that you can download, etc., etc. But it'll be to help you to start to meditate. That's the way of the future, okay? We really got to go back to basics, and you've been bombarded by all this misinformation, toxins in the air, bad water, all of that stuff, and that's affecting your inner antenna to be able to discern and to connect again with the creator and your divine essence so that you can understand what is true and what is not. So when you see people in the forefront who have channels and we're talking about this stuff, we're the people, we've done the work, okay? We are still imperfect and we've still got, 3D issues and stuff like that. But we've done the work, and that's why we're sort of advising you on things like that. Yeah, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he does amazing work on meditation, okay? So that's someone to look up. Even some old stuff like from Alan Watts, and he talks about meditation, and there's some tracks you might find on YouTube of his old talks on meditation, and even just listening to that, starting. Walking can be a meditation. You can do an active meditation where you're just walking, mindfulness, okay? That will start you on that path, okay? Yeah. Yes. So Helen MC, my cousin in Israel has had COVID vaccines. I already explained the vaccines, and I've explained what's going on. I know for a fact in Lebanon, where I'm from, in my mother's village where her family are from, there's been a whole heap of deaths, and they're saying it's COVID. But if you think about what illness is, and I had Mario on the big group chat, the 6-hour live that I did, and Mario does German new medicine. She was explaining what a virus is and what they believe it's connected to, and what it is. You can track it back to a trauma. And if there's been a collective trauma in a village, so if you think about this village was war-torn at one time. They had this collective trauma. When you've got something like what they're calling COVID, it affects the lungs. Lungs are usually grief. So it's some kind of collective grief that they've all experienced, and then it's activated a virus, or it's activated this illness within them, okay? I'm not saying this as fact. I just want to clear that up for YouTube. I'm not giving medical information or medical advice, but that's something to think about. A virus is not what you think a virus is, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So as far as vaccines go, I've already answered that, so I won't answer that again. Let me go back. There was some kind of information. What do you think of spiritual people who are not truthers and still asleep? How does this work? Depends, Albatross Pro, it depends on what your idea of what spiritual is. What do you class as spiritual? Because when I studied art, I thought that all my friends were woke and all of them are, amazing and open-minded, and they're so good, and they believe in these good causes. And essentially they believe that what they're doing is correct. But now when I try to talk to them, they do not accept anything that I talk about. They're fully believed and immersed in the system, and they truly believe the puppet show that we're seeing, and they believe the bad guys are the people that the mainstream media is telling them is the bad guys, okay? So is that a spiritual person? What do you mean by spiritual people? I swear and I wear black and I wear red lipstick and I do rude things, and I'm spiritual, right? Doesn't mean, what is spiritual? I think that there's a level of people who are asleep because of the, various things of what they've been through. Some need to hold on to that old structure because it would mean everything in their world would come crashing down, okay? Because, so my mum's one of those people, wonderful person, amazing, very talented, incredible woman, wonderful mother, but she is quite high up in her role, and she has to believe in that system because that's what she's fighting against, right? So she believes that she is a very, she's a feminist and she's liberal minded, and she believes that there is a certain bad guy and things like that. Someone's saying hello to you. Why do you always have to upstage me when I'm talking? You distract me.
I haven't spoken for half an hour. Give me a break.
You were doing that, and that's,
because they're saying hello.
Okay, well, wait, type it. Let me finish
all
talking.
right.
So there's certain people that have to hold on to these old stories or the old world and the way it's structured, and they have to believe that, because if they didn't believe it, everything that they've worked so hard for comes apart. That's what happens. Okay. Okay.
Can I just tell you how I tucked my son in?
Yes.
I sang him a little song that I heard in the shop. This old fellow walked in with a mask, and he said jubilantly, he just heard it on RTE in Ireland. I think I told you this the other day. Jingle bells, COVID smells, Pfizer saves the day. And I was in the shop going, oh my God. They use children in Ireland to sell the vaccine through entertainment. There's a show here called The Late Toy Show, which is terrible. Everybody watches it. Everybody watches it. They all talk about it the next day. It's mind blowing. But my son found that funny.
And then did you go, oh, thanks, Dad? He fell asleep.
Have you ever tried tucking in a 10-year-old? He'll be down again. He'll be down again in 5 minutes. Some excuse.
And he'll be like sneaking. Just need a cookie, Dad. Oh, I'm thirsty.
Oh, listen, I just want to say something as well. I apologize for talking over you, right? I come at this, I get boisterously excited.
Okay. And I do the same thing.
I get boisterously excited sometimes, and I want to have a bit of a giggle, but these are serious subjects. So I do respect everything you're saying. You're absolutely brilliant the way that you're explaining all of this stuff as well.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I'm just joking when I'm even joking when I say you're talking over the top of me. I'm not.
Oh, really? I took it seriously. I went all quiet. I was like this. Oh shit.
No, but you had this stream. I understand what it's like, because when you start channeling stuff, you have to, you couldn't stop me. You see how I was talking there? You were not going to be able to stop me talking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I also want to explain to other people watching this as well. Since me and JC started our YouTube channels about the same time, it is actually really difficult not to talk over sometimes, because sometimes there's a delay and you can't actually pick it up. And it's not like being in a room with somebody where you pick up those nuances, and sometimes you do talk over people. So it's not on purpose.
Yeah.
Just to explain.
I hope everyone can hear that very loud and clear. I will reiterate that. So there's a delay. There's actually a delay, and I can hear the delay when Mark's talking to me. Even on the phone, I can hear myself. There's a slight delay.
We do that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. The Zoom, the audio is so I have a microphone plugged in. Mark doesn't, and what happens is that if I talk, it mutes out his voice, so I can't even hear him. Okay, so if I'm talking, his audio mutes out and you can't hear it. And then the same thing happens to me. So if he's talking and I try to say something, it mutes my voice. Okay, plus, so that's why it seems like we're
Plus, when I've got a gag,
it muted out just then.
I know, it just did it. But when I've got a gag in me, I just want to get it out.
Well, you wrecked my coffee gag.
I'm so sorry about that. I was really looking forward to that coffee gag. And by the way, your impression of me.
Can I say the coffee gag?
Your impression of me was really good.
It wasn't really impression. It was just me dressed up.
You were way too good looking. That's why it wasn't very good.
I had my eyelashes and my lipstick.
You need a beard as well.
Yeah, I need a beard. Well, I'll just do this. I need a mustache.
So
I mustache you a question, Mark.
You tell me off for bad gags. What the hell? What was that?
Look at this. Oh my God, I look like Demis Roussos. What the hell?
It's weird.
That's creepy. Oh my God, that is so creepy.
It was a little bit creepy. I don't want to. Party at Mark's house in the summer. Yeah.
I knew you would see that. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yes.
In the summer, right? I'll be there. The
hey, listen.
Will be open by then.
I know you're, mid-channeling and everything, but my main role in this whole thing is poetry, and I was wondering, is it worth playing a poem that uplifts people at some point? Don't roll your eyes at me. Come on, that's my job. What's the point of me being here? I'm a poet.
Yeah, I'm an artist. You see me pulling out my art?
You are so spicy today. Okay, I'll just.
I'm a spicy enchilada.
Yeah.
I'm a hot chili woman.
No shit.
I make your bum burn.
It does. I love chilies, but the next day I'm in agony.
It's like ring of fire.
For 40 years, I'm holding onto the toilet wall, going, "Why do I do this to myself?" It's so nice.
I fell. What is it? I fell into a burning ring of fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. That's completely screwed that up.
Wrong tune.
That's the wrong tune, isn't it? I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. It's quite funny actually.
I love Johnny Cash.
Oh no,
that was Elvis.
No, that was Johnny Cash. That was Johnny Cash.
It was Johnny Cash.
I'm not going to do my Elvis impression because you didn't like it last time. But I played Johnny Cash when I took my eldest.
One for the money, two for the
money, three for the money, yeah, 4 for the money. But don't you have my blue suede shoes? We have my blue suede shoes. Blue. You just don't get me started. I used to play Johnny Cash to my eldest boy when I took him to nursery, and one of the things that makes me so happy, I bought him one of these big JBL beatbox things, and when he has a shower, he puts it on top volume and he sings in the shower. I love it. It's just above the kitchen.
That's the best.
And he plays Johnny Cash, and I'm like, he's 16.
I love Johnny Cash. Awesome. Yeah.
But none of his mates know who Johnny Cash is, you know.
Oh no, I used to listen to old music when I was young. Someone said I'm a modern day Body Zeolite.
You are. Now there's an argument about how you pronounce that. I've always pronounced it Body Zeolite, and other people pronounce.
I do too.
There was a modern version of that, Budisa or something. Can't remember exactly.
It's Body Zeolite. It depends on how it's written in Latin. Yeah.
She's one of my heroes. Right. I mean, I have a load of female heroes like her. And
I know, but I said your daughter looks like her. Your daughter reminds me of her.
She does, yeah. And she's fierce.
Yeah. She's fierce.
Fierce redhead.
She's got the hair.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. Yes.
Incredible.
I'm smoking my
You're smoking your crystal. Well, it is customary for.
Do you like my ring, everybody? Oh. All the ladies will know about this ring. You know, Samantha Wills, that designer. She's stopped designing jewelry. She's now got some nice.
She stopped designing jewelry.
She stopped designing jewelry to become an author because she made her millions.
Oh, really?
But yeah. So these are all collectibles now. Samantha Wills.
What kind of books is she writing?
I don't know. Probably writing about herself.
writing about how
everybody goes, I need to write a story about my life. Everybody does that.
Everybody should do that though.
Let's do some pendulum. Should we do a pendulum thing?
Yeah, I love it when you do the pendulum.
You do? Yeah. I kept apologizing to my Patreon people.
Someone just said, pass the shrooms.
We haven't had any.
I could actually do that.
Yeah, I know you can, but just
because I found a field. Okay, I won't tell you.
Is it illegal? I'm just being careful for you.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, you just got to be careful.
For soup. These were for soup.
Yeah. I mean, they're great. I think that they're all.
No, they are the future for mental illness. You know, everybody used to microdose on them years ago before religion got involved.
Xena. Someone called me Xena. Yeah. I am Xena.
You are Xena. You're Wonder Woman, and you're Bodhisattva.
Yes, everybody says. I get so many emails about.
You're an archetype.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I'm Kenneth Branagh. I'm that chef that you know, Helmut Heston. What's his name? Heston
Blumenthal.
I don't think I.
Yeah, when I first saw you, I thought no. Just the glasses and stuff like that. Yeah. So I used to think Heston Blumenthal was hot.
Well, he kind of is. So. Like his I'll tell you what.
It's got a big head.
Every time I make mushroom soup, I pull up his recipe. It's phenomenal. His recipe.
Yes, great. I love his recipes.
Are you doing the pendulum to a question, or are you just randomly?
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm just about to. So somebody asked, will the chemtrails stop? And I think that's a good question. So I've got this little thing that I coloured it in with my daughter's crayons. And her markers, and I just laminated it, but you can get that off the internet. Just Google dowsing chart. You'll find them. Okay, so I'm going to ask. Oh, Cleopatra. Yes, George, you said you forgot Cleopatra.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Mark
Yes.
Antony and Cleopatra.
I am Mark Antony.
Except apparently she was ugly. I'm not ugly.
Nah, no. Have you seen Elizabeth
Yeah.
Taylor? She's gorgeous.
No, I know, but she. No, I'm talking about the real Cleopatra.
No,
She was
Elizabeth Taylor
supposedly
is-
very. Yeah,
Hmm.
she's stunning. I just loved her. Somebody told me I looked like her once. I had these
You do a bit.
contact lenses that were violet, and
Yeah,
I don't know why had the vibe, and everyone's going, "You look like Elizabeth Taylor."
I'd love to be Richard Burton.
Yeah. What? Marry me twice?
No,
How
I
many
didn't
times
mean
were they
that. I
married?
didn't mean that. I was actually because the other thing that gets played in this house a lot is War of the Worlds, and
Oh,
it was a dark night as the aliens traversed the alleyway. The alien fire came down. And brilliant album. Richard Burton's
oh,
fine,
that's
whatever.
good.
Yeah.
I heard JC was single and ready to mingle. Frank Lopez, are you one of my admirers? Oh my
Ready
God.
to mingle. I love that.
I show you the letters I get from men.
Yeah,
Like-
I've seen them all, by the way. Lads, if you're writing anything naughty to JC, I see it all.
I just go, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. And then there's ones who try to be subtle, and I'm like, fuck, you're not being subtle,
Oh,
mate.
there's some terrible guys. You got to try harder. You can't go on about a Hooters and expect a reply. Come on.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh my
It's not
God.
going to work, is it?
All right, so chemtrails. Let's ask about chemtrails. I'm just gonna. So what I've do. So this has letters around it and numbers, and I just need to center myself, and I'm going to use a crystal actually to do that because I've got. I just because this crystal sort of amplify your energy. Is my audio a bit different? As soon as I put this down, it made a different kind of sound. You know.
It sounds good to me.
Oh, and I'm going to show you this. This is a tower buster that was made by my friends Sally and her partner Laura. They have Magic Moon Organite. Okay, so look them up.
Do you know what metals they put in it?
I'm not sure, but I can see copper in there. She might have described it on the written thing that was in there, but I'm not sure what shards of metal shavings are in there.
Have like about 5 metals in there, and the ones with the Organite with shungite is really powerful.
Well, I've got a whole heap being ordered of shungite, the elite shungite, to put in my water. So I'm going to do that. All right. So let me just get this primed, and then we're going to. The chat is a bit delayed, so sometimes I say something and then they answer later. Okay. So I want to ask. Okay. So can I ask a question about chemtrails, please? Yes. Okay. So can I get a message about chemtrails around the world, please? This is going to spell out things, and I'm not controlling it. It's like it looks like I'm controlling it, but I'm not. Okay. So O N L Y. So only. I in only in C E. I think it's going to spell certain. Are you spelling certain? So this is my higher self, by the way. Yes, certain. Next word, please. P A R T S. Certain parts. O F. So obviously of certain parts of the world. So sometimes I'll preempt what it's going to say just to stop because it takes too long, and then I'll just confirm it with a yes or no. Are you trying to spell only certain parts of the world? Yep, it's swinging to yes. I can't show you. If I could put my camera down, I could show you where it's going, and I could prove that it's doing this. So only certain parts of the world. What's the next thing? T A K. Take. Okay, take what? take in M. Sorry, guys, this is about chemtrails. E T A L S. Okay, so it's only certain parts of the world take in metals. Okay, only certain parts of the world take in metals. Somebody said, look at the thumbs down. Is there 17? Yeah, okay. That's a good question. Will HARP be turned off soon? So will HARP be turned off soon? So they're spraying metals on only certain parts of the world, by the way, okay? So some chemtrails, they're saying do not have, yes, zeolite. So we've got zeolite. There should be a link in my thing with the zeolite. I've got a link that gives you 20% off. And then there'll be a special later on for that. So certain parts of the world have metal in the sprays and the chemtrails is what they're saying. I guess you could figure out which countries they are. Do you want to show everyone, Mark?
Yeah, this is the zeolite. It's amazing.
Zeolite? Yeah, it's really good. I'll give it to my daughter, and my daughter's speech improved from that.
Amazing.
And then I had a lady say that her daughter's speech dyspraxia she only used it for a couple of weeks and it had improved. Okay, so the heavy metals are what's causing a lot of these neurological things in children. Okay, they've really been bombarded with it. So sorry, will HARP be taken down? Yes or no, please? Yes. How long will that be? How long before that will be taken down as a nefarious group? Okay, it's pointing towards 4. So 4 what, please? Wow, it's spelling out months. MONT, so 4 months. Okay, so this is why I keep getting this, the things are going to happen sooner than you think. This positive turn happens. I feel end of March is when you start to see these things starting to lift and improve. But don't forget, it's going to take a while to work through. So it might take 2 or 3 years for things to really clear, but it will start to be actioned in a few months' time, okay, a lot of this stuff. Yeah, viruses do love heavy metals. So it's really important to clear out heavy metals, and it's really important to have things that don't create mucus in your body and to keep your immune system up. And I think that's where the quinine comes in.
Quinine's amazing.
So yeah, we've got a link for that, but you and I, we're the same. We're so into this improvement on health, and this is why sometimes it seems like maybe, for example, people going, hey, you should just have predictions. Why are you talking about health? Because it's all linked. It's all connected. For you to be tapped into your true discernment and your truth, and to clear this fog that they've put on you for decades and thousands of years, okay, you've got to look at, number one, your water, the quality of your water. This is Kangen water, actually, because I'm not at my house at the moment. I filled that up with Kangen. I've got a Kangen machine. I'm going to talk to Adeline about that, and I want her to explain to people about this, and you do too, right?
Yep.
And then that's why when I first saw Mark's channel, I was looking, before I even started a channel, I had intuited that there were things that my daughter needed, and I wrote down zeolite, CBD oil, spirulina, and Manuka honey.
Yeah.
I had written those things down, and then when I met Mark, I was looking through his links, and I said, hey, you've got this. I said, you've got a link with all these things that I need to buy.
CBD?
Yeah.
CBD
balm.
So
you've got the CBD. Right, that's the CBD
we make this here. It's amazing. I'm getting amazing feedback on this. Amazing.
Can it be used as...
some to you.
Oh, good. Can it be used as lube?
Unbelievable. I thought I'd gone all serious. Now you're talking about lube.
I just had to break.
Yes, it can. Yes, yes.
But the actual balm, or is there actually a lube?
No. The woman that makes this is making a lube version because she's had loads. She's had loads of inquiries about it.
Does it make your parts all relaxed? It relaxes your butthole.
Welcome to the only spiritual channel that is obsessed with bums.
Oh my god! All right, forget that I said that. Something slipped in and made me say it. All right.
Because all of these things are really, really important, and they affect. And it's not about being, none of this is about being perfect. You notice that me and JC are not like militant about food and stuff. I mean, apart from the fact it should be organic, you should know where it's from and grow your own if you can. That's just logical. It's just common sense. All of this stuff is common sense. I think what people don't realize is that every aspect of your life has been weaponized against you. Every single aspect.
Perfect line. From
the water that you drink out of the tap, to the air that you breathe, to the shit that you've got on TV. I mean, they're using technology to separate you from your soul, because your soul is their prize, right?
Yes.
They feed up, like JC said earlier about feeding off the loosh. The loosh is like the scrag end of what they want.
I said it was like dumpster diving.
That's right. And what they really want is your soul. And we are a soul harvesting farm. That's what Earth has been for a very, very long time. And this whole Great Awakening that's coming under the guise of COVID is all about us being freed and freeing ourselves from that soul farm. But it's a bit like George Orwell wrote Animal Farm, which I think is just one of the finest allegories ever written. And also there was that brilliant film. Have you ever seen Chicken Run?
Yes. That's pretty much us.
And what's really interesting about that film is who played the main character.
I can't remember who played the main character.
Mel Gibson. So Mel Gibson, who's been incredibly outspoken about Hollywood and the paedophilia and everything. And his films are just extraordinary. If you go back and watch the one about William Wallace, it's just, and he had to fund that himself. Hollywood wouldn't fund it. And it's an extraordinary film. It's extraordinary. Everybody should make their kids watch that film, because Mel Gibson really, really cares about this stuff, right? He does. And he's one of the real good guys.
Absolutely.
Because Hollywood is not all bad.
Day. No, they're not. Remember, Kevin Costner, you know how he doesn't make movies anymore because he was one of the good guys. He had to fund a lot of his own stuff, and they talked shit about his movies. And
have you seen the Field of Dreams?
Yes,
it's extraordinary.
Amazing movie.
Waterworld. Amazing films. Amazing.
Waterworld, and they were bagging that out. They were bagging it out so people would watch it because they know how Operation Bluebird works and all that stuff.
The film
Mockingbird, not Bluebird. Mockingbird.
The film I was trying to watch last night, Tenet.
Yes.
Tenet. I was telling Juicy and Lucy about it earlier. Tenet is like abracadabra.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have. It's phenomenal.
I've never watched it, so.
No, you really watch it. Christopher Nolan knows his shit. He knows his stuff, right? All the Batman films that he did, Tenet, the one Interstellar. Everybody should watch Interstellar, because at the end, have you seen that film, JC?
I've only caught a little bit of. I don't watch movies anymore.
Well, no, I don't really. But
you told me about Jupiter Ascending.
Yes,
you told me about Jupiter Ascending.
Everybody has to watch Jupiter Ascending. So it's made by the former Wachowski brothers, who are now the Wachowski sisters, because they changed sex.
Matrix.
They did the Matrix, yeah. And in that film, the main bad guy is Abraxas, and it's all about harvesting the earth for the blood to keep them young. It's all there. And what's really brilliant about it is that the Jupiter, the main character, she's hidden. But she's like the daughter of some Russian immigrants who's like a cleaning lady. But up there, she's like a queen.
Oh.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But, I don't know if they're like good guy insiders or bad guy insiders. The fact that they changed sex kind of leans me towards them being sort of.
Well, that could be that they are. I'm not saying anything against.
No, there's nothing against
change sex, but it's a common theme in those
in the Hollywood thing.
cabal families, and stuff like that. So they could be victims of MK Ultra.
Well, most of the
controlled.
Did you ever see an Australian channel? I've not seen it for years. It was called something like Mary 40. you ever see that channel?
No. Channel on what?
It was
YouTube?
on YouTube, yeah. I've not seen her for years, or for ages, but she did the best inside Hollywood. She explained the whole Kabbalic satanic system in Hollywood better than anybody. I think she got taken down. I'd love to find her actually, because
Yeah.
speak to her.
Maybe you can. Yeah, yeah.
Just popped into my head.
The other person to talk to. Oh, oops! I just lost everything. Is Jay Dyer?
Oh, the esoteric Hollywood.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
He,
Do you know he's he got baptized as an Orthodox, like why? That's what I got baptized as, like Orthodox Christian, like proper old Orthodox. So he does have, he's got like, I think he's got a degree in theology or something, but he studied a lot of that philosophy and theology. But his work is amazing. It's really, really good. He does a lot of.
You only told me he had a channel yesterday, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been following him for ages. He's hilarious, and he just reminds me of, that's what I said to you.
Yeah.
He's so he does that kind of gag stuff, but then he puts the real serious stuff. So he's a bit like you, he does that. So Jay, I think he lives in Florida still, but yeah, so he might be still going there, because I think they've got no masks now and things like that.
Well, Florida's the real America at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy about that, because I lived in Florida for about 9 months in Sarasota. And
wow.
It's a phenomenal place, right? But the governor of Florida has been amazing all the way through. And Mar-a-Lago, did you know that Mar-a-Lago was actually given to the US government to be a second White House years ago?
Wow. So that's where the location
it was donated to the US government, and Trump bought it for about 10 million quid in the 90s, because he knew, you see. You know how people say that Donald Trump was recruited to become president in the last 10 years? I don't believe that. I think he's been bred for the job. Yeah,
and he might have time travel abilities.
Well, if you look at John G. Trump working with Tesla in the 1920s, and Tesla wrote the paper about time travel, because Tesla stood between the arcs in his thing, and he saw all of time. He saw all of time, past, present, and future.
Yeah,
and John G. Trump, his uncle, and they put out this story. They put out all these stories about Tesla. They even created a car company so that it would delete him from history.
Yeah.
I think Trump's been bred for the whole thing from the beginning.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's my theory.
It's just a theory. I need to answer questions. So I want to clarify something. So when you ask about your country and you say, what's going on in my country? I've answered this 5 gazillion times. We're all in the same boat. Where we go one, we go all, which means everyone's in a bit of a shit show at the moment. There's no point in understanding the details and the nuances of what's going on in your country, because a lot of it is theatre and a lot of it is staged. Because if you just look out your door and you go, it looks pretty normal other than an idiot jogging down the street with a mask on, if you're freaking out, it's because you're watching the performance on the television of what they want you to see is going on, the chaos and the destruction that's going on in your country, and the threat that's coming and all of that stuff. Okay, just take care of your inner self. That's the only thing you got. Work on yourself, work on you, work on how you cope with trauma, work on how you cope with sudden changes. The only thing you can predict is that life is unpredictable, okay? And so you have to be able to cope with unpredictability. And that means a really strong spiritual center. You can sit there and ask me, can you tell me what's happening in this country? Can you tell me what's happening in that country? It's not going to make you feel better if I tell you. It won't. It won't. You'll just keep asking the same question again and again and again. This is why we're saying, take care of your health. You know they're weaponizing things against you. So in order to eliminate that fog from you, you've got to take care of your water, get rid of heavy metals from your body, eat predominantly healthy food, okay, if you can. Try to eliminate the processed stuff. Do some grounding. Get organized. This is why I wanted the organize. Get EMF protection. Get crystals. All of this stuff helps you, as well as working on mindfulness, and that is to do with meditation, but also doing things that are constructive, not playing Candy Crush all the time. Constructive things, okay? Make things, learn how to make stuff. Talk amongst yourselves, but instead of this you know, this constant chat about the details and the minutiae of this and that. That's not solving anything for you. What is like trying to create this other world for yourself by focusing on the beauty around you and focusing on empowering yourself and getting healthy. The most important thing you can do is look after your health, both mentally and physically. Very important.
By the way,
somebody said, bless your food.
Bless your food. Yeah. Absolutely. Talk to your water, sing to your water.
Yeah.
You change the molecular structure. This is why people say their mother's food was best, because the mother's food was full of love, because the love energy. Because when I make food for my kids, I fill it full of love.
Yeah.
You could, you know, I made chips tonight, but they were really low fat, healthy.
Yeah, but you can
potato,
do that, yeah.
But imbued with love, and they wolfed it. And by the way, do you know I've got a JCK pen here? Have you seen this?
No. What is it?
Look.
Oracle, oh, don't call me that. I'll go, oh, what's that? What's happening next? Okay, I'll answer this one more time. I've answered this about 10 times. So this chart is, you can get it from Google, okay, or any other search engine.
Go, forget Google.
Go DuckDuckGo, search for dowsing chart.
Do you know how much money
pendulum chart?
How much money I've given Google over the last 18 years?
I know.
I have. Yeah. I've in AdWords, I've spent over £30 million in Google, and I'm so,
wow.
Not all my own. 5 million was my own, but the others was for clients. But the amount of money they make money at fresh air, just fresh air.
I know.
And you know, when the cost per click on Google when I started was like, it depends what market you're in, but in my market it was like 17p. By the time I left that market, it was like £3. I mean, it's just a big money machine with no cost, no overhead, apart from servers. Unbelievable.
Wow. I did a whole wow. Okay, if I'm on, there's people who know I'm doing a live and they're messaging me on WhatsApp.
I know, they want to make
sure. Yeah, they want to be on. That's why. Okay, so I've got this chart. You can do whatever you want with it. Find one that suits you, color it in, do whatever, make it pretty, put sprinkles on it and laminate it. It doesn't matter as long as it works. Okay, so how many ounces does this cup hold? That's a good question. Look at that. It's about as big as my head. This is what I was trying to tell you. This is a mega cup of coffee. Do you know what's in it? It's coffee with a bit of Red Bull and
no
quinine.
You haven't.
And then I sprinkled some amphetamines on top. Because I was so tired. I had 3 hours sleep.
You didn't really put Red Bull in it, did you?
No. I'm kidding. It's just coffee and stevia. Okay, it's just coffee, water, and stevia.
Can I pick up one of the questions, please?
Yes, go for it, babe.
So lots of people have asked over the last couple of hours about William O'Leary.
Yes.
And so anybody that's not heard of William O'Leary, he's just become a massive hit because I interviewed him on my channel, and people are saying, is he an angel? Well, I think he is, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And you should go and watch the interview I did with him. And I actually think, JC, you should interview him.
Really? He was lovely because I did a Zoom chat with him privately, and you know, he's just so beautiful, and I did feel that energy from him, a very angelic energy. But the weirdest thing is, and I want to say, I don't know if William's in the chat, but I will say this. I was meditating. I just randomly thought I need to meditate before I went out, and I only had 15 minutes, and I sat there, and I swear to you, William came to me and told me all this stuff, and he was talking to me in this beautiful, gentle voice, and I thought, I know who he is. I think he's like an embodiment of an angel. He's got that energy, right? Then that night he asked to talk to you and I in Zoom, and he confirmed everything I said. He was thinking everything that I picked up on in the meditation. So he wanted to tell us the stuff that I picked up on. How crazy is that? So that to me was like, either I'm really psychic and I could read his mind, or his higher self presented himself to me in meditation and I heard it. That's pretty crazy. So I think there is something very special about him, and he's an amazing. He's a healer. He's amazing. But you know what? There's a lot of people who are physically on this earth who have the energy, because we're all connected, we're all fractals of God. Okay, so God created everything. Therefore, there are people who do. This is why people keep saying you're like a warrior. You're this. You're that. So maybe there is some kind of energy that I'm channeling from a previous creation, whether it's a deity or what have you. And I think that there are people here who are like earth angels who embody that. And the other thing I was going to say is, yes, so one of the things that William was saying was that, or I kind of concluded, this idea of war in heaven, the war in heaven, and this is the end days, it's happening on earth, as in we're the angels and the demons acting it out. So it's as above, so below, right? So there might be another dimension where there is actual good and evil fighting each other. And that's probably where that secret space program comes in. So on the astral, people are acting it out. But on the physical, in us, so demons can work through people and act in a very aggressive or nasty way to trigger certain people. And then also angelic beings and higher dimensional beings can work through people. And I'm not talking about possession. I'm talking about just that you know, maybe that's part of who you are, is that you know, your makeup is that energy. So I think that's what's happening. So when people see us and they say you're an angel, that's what they're seeing. They're seeing that energy working through people.
Yeah, because we're just
is he actually an angel? I don't know.
Well, we're just frequency.
Sorry,
right? We are just frequency. That's all we are, right? And I don't mean all we are as in a small thing. I mean it's an incredible thing, right? So all of these different energies are working through us all the time. And then the funny thing about, I wanted to say something briefly about this awakening. I mean, you know, in the last 5 or 6 months, the things that have been said to me have, you know, freaked me out hugely, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of us are going to start seeing, a lot of people watching the show already see the world and see the different dimensions and see the numbers and see, you know, this is a complete shift from the world that we grew up in, you know, and some of us are seeing more than others. I mean, your gift is incredible. Lots of people watching this. I think Janie's here. She's incredible.
Yeah. William's
incredible. And just the most beautiful thing is just meeting all these incredible people who are aware of this stuff, but haven't been allowed to say it. See, when William wrote to me,
Janie just said Mark Attwood Adventures in a Cosmic Suit.
Yay,
and do you want to know the description I get? But you know what? That's the description. I didn't know. I gave that description in my little blurb when I was advertising this live, and I said something about cosmic poet.
Yeah.
I called you a cosmic poet.
Well, it is the poetry.
And yeah, but I was trying to think of a different way of describing it, and I called you a cosmic poet.
Well,
and it was really funny. And Janie said that's crazy, because she said I wrote down Adventures in a Cosmic Suit. Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's pretty.
Yeah. That's Janie Lavelle, everybody. She's an amazing healer. So agency.
Yes.
When William wrote,
poet in a meat suit.
when William wrote to me, he said he was shaking while he was writing because he's never been public, and I think that's a lot. This spiritual quarantine, a lot of people have been like considered to be weird by society and kept themselves to themselves because, you know, I came out as a conspiracy theorist, whatever you want to call that, years ago, and got slagged off, closed down, all of that. And, you know, all these spiritual experiences I've had, I never spoke publicly about demons until I went on the Charlie Ward show last August. And, you know, suddenly this whole...
I never even thought about it. And then I saw it and I thought, I've got to tell people.
Well, yeah.
That was groundbreaking. I only realize now how groundbreaking that was, because nobody was talking about it.
No. And, you
nobody.
know,
it was religious and freaky.
Like coming out of the closet, right? Because I don't speak like a spiritual person, right? I don't speak like a religious person. Yeah. I'm an ordinary bloke. I'm just an ordinary working class boy from England. And I have the language of a working class boy from England, but I have all these weird experiences, out of body experiences, spirits, demons, everything. psychic abilities, all that kind of stuff. And it's cool because this is we all have these abilities. And we all have these experiences. And
So Gigi,
sorry.
Gigi just said I was shaking when I first wrote to you, JC.
Yeah, there you go.
we have that effect on people.
Well,
Make people shake.
It's because
It's the truth.
It's like coming out of the closet. It's literally that. It's a big step. In fact, when I set up my poetry group in Manchester 30 years ago, that's what I put on the poster. I said, come out of the closet as a poet, because it's a bit embarrassing to be a poet. And all these people turned up. Yeah. It was amazing. And it's just about standing.
My day, is your day, every day I'm constantly coming out of the closet to people.
Yeah.
Do you know, for years I was working as a psychic and I wouldn't tell people that I was psychic because I just knew they wouldn't understand.
It's like
and because there's a religious thing, people think you're a witch. Yeah.
I
was like, don't watch my videos.
No, don't watch my videos.
And then she treated me differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she treated me differently after that. She tried not to, but I could tell she was freaked out. So what people think, this is why I never used to tell people I do psychic work, is because, and it just used to be word of mouth, right? But I didn't go out and advertise heavily because people associate it with being a witch, black magic, and they think you're a mind reader. It's like, I can't read anyone's mind. That's not how it works, right? So then there's this whole suspicion thing. And so now I understand why people kept saying to me, you're so brave. And I seriously did not get that. I was like, why are they saying I'm brave?
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm coming out of the closet and I'm saying something that's and you are too. We put ourselves out there and we've got families, we've got kids and stuff. And that's a really vulnerable position to be in, you know, because people a few years ago, they would have had us locked up. And said that we're crazy.
That might still happen.
Might still happen. I think, look, there's people trying to, you know, say, oh, you're just crazy or whatever. Yeah. So should
Stacey, I know it's like 11 in the morning for you, but it's like midnight for me, and I said I'd only do a couple of hours, so I'm going to shoot off in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
all right. So I guess I'll end it then.
No, you carry on. Everybody would love you to carry on.
No, I can't carry on. I need to go as well. How long have we been on for?
We've been on for 2.5 hours now.
Are you serious? No, hang on. It was 8:30. 8:30 my time. Oh, okay, yeah, 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I think that's enough. I can't.
Okay, I think, I know. Just settle down a bit. I know you want to leave like how you do in a restaurant as soon as you finished eating. Let's just You've never
been in the restaurant with me.
Pardon? Maybe I have.
Astrally, maybe.
No, I mean that like
some great restaurants. Yeah. Astral restaurants are brilliant.
Yeah, that lobster at that place, it's amazing.
Yeah, that vegan.
Sorry, Charlie Freak. Vegan. You're pretending to be vegan. You're not vegan.
I'm not vegan. No.
All right, this is one thing I wanted to answer. I wanted to tap into it and I haven't tapped into it. What is the plasma showing up all over Earth? Can we do that?
Oh, no, that's
Gina Marie Colvin.
Yeah, because we talked about this last week on Abracadabra, and Gina's done amazing stuff.
And then people were sending me.
And there was
people were sending me stuff. Okay.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to talk about is it called light plasma? What would you call it? What did she call it?
Plasma beams.
Something.
Plasma beams.
Plasma beams. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's been, and she also saw, you got to see that thing where they blocked out the sun in Russia.
Oh, I didn't see that.
On the footage. It was
really?
Black. You got to go watch that.
Oh, the
there
black
was one where that
in Russia. I was like, what's that?
Ooh. No, it wasn't a black sun. They actually blocked out the black. They blocked out the sun with black to cover up something.
Yeah, I think that's what
the actual webcam covered.
Because Gina Marie,
and then there was a reflection. Sorry.
Gina Marie does loads about the sun. She's been at it for a long time with UFOs and ships. In fact, I saw those thousands of ships in the sky.
Yes.
Before Christmas, it's almost that. If you go and look at her videos,
saw them.
She has video of them.
Yeah, shows videos of them.
Oh no,
I saw them
in the other day about the Eiffel Tower was incredible. Did you see that? It was like a ship just dropped in. I didn't
get to see that one.
And showed up, and then it was incredible. I mean, this stuff's real. I don't know where we're going with this. I mean,
she's got it all, and I know people keep going on, but that's the stuff I've tapped into in all these remote views, and I saw the ships in the sky. I saw them all, and in the Antarctica one, Trump went, guys, it's time for you to go. They're here, like they're going to take you away. So I don't know what they're going to do with the demons. Oh, there's 2 questions I'm going to answer: the plasma, and then the 9 weeks of hell that everyone kept asking me about.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. So let's just do that, and then we'll end the show. All right. So, okay, no more questions because that's it. All right. So, because otherwise you're going to distract me and make me go on. So plasma web is what they were calling it. Okay. So can I ask about the plasma webs, please? Get more information. Yes. Okay, so we're going to answer this. Can I get clarity on what the plasma webs are that are showing up in a lot of footage that people are recording? M. Huh? Hang on. M-O-S-T, most. L, okay, most. Mostly. Okay, next word. A. R. C. T. U. R. I. A. N. S. Mostly Arcturians.
Oh, that's me.
Me too. That's why they talk to you.
Yeah.
Mostly Arcturians. Hang on, wait, there's still more. P. E. R. Oh, this is crazy. F. I love this.
ECT.
O. No, P. E. R. F. O. R. M.
M. ING.
Yep. I.
Yeah.
N. G. Mostly Arcturians performing.
Handstands.
Wait. Performing. Oh my God, I'm crying. H. E. A.
Healing.
L.
Yep.
I.
Yep.
N.
Oh,
G. Oh my God.
I'm getting it as well.
It was mostly Arcturians performing healing.
I'm getting it. All that plasma is healing. Yeah.
Ooh.
You see this?
Oh, it's continuing. Yeah. On. Before, so they're performing healing on.
On everything. Children.
Yeah. Performing healing on. M. A. I know what it's going to spell. T. R. Fucking hell.
Oh.
I. X. Mostly Arcturians performing healing on the Matrix.
Wow. Wow. Well, this is all.
This is what we're talking about. Do you remember ages ago I said this is so multi-leveled? One of the first videos I did, I said there's some kind of off-world help clearing this stuff. And that's what this plasma is. They're clearing because they're going, look at the big cities she's showing, that big building in Dublin.
Yeah.
And it was doing, it's extracting and healing. This is they're clearing this matrix. This matrix was supposed to be a playground for us. It was supposed to be a simulation where we could go in as people who were Arcturians, and we wanted to experience this limited world and, you know, and do that and work with other souls that are maybe just being born and help them develop. And so that was taken over. That whole structure was like, it was like a virus, as Chris and Cherie Geo say. It was like a virus infiltrated this computer simulation that was supposed to be this beautiful playground. And what they're doing is they're coming in and they're clearing it, and they're putting this healing. And it's working with light, whether it's light from a globe or whatever. It's working with light, and it's clearing it.
Oh man!
Everyone's saying goosebumps.
I'm welling up. I've got goosebumps.
How beautiful is that?
My legs. That was beautiful.
How beautiful is it?
It's true, because I've got the whole thing going on. It's my truth device. It's amazing.
I usually tear up. I usually tear up when I get it, or I get this big thing over my head. Yeah.
Oh wow, Jason!
That's amazing.
That was brilliant.
So that's beautiful. I did not expect that at all.
No, because I was watching.
I did not see, honestly. But I want to say, like, when I do this, I'm not controlling. I'm just watching where it goes. And sometimes I do preempt the word, but I'm actually not controlling it's whatever impulse in my hand is doing it.
Everybody trusts you, don't
we?
Yeah. Everybody knows.
No, but I didn't expect that, because sometimes there's an answer and I'm like, I kind of can. But I did not expect that. As soon as
you spouted out, I was like, of course. Because I was watching them go, what is
Someone needs to tell Gina Marie, because she's apparently she's being really scared of what's been going on. Yeah.
Knows her. I'll try and find her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue people, yes. Arcturians are bluish in colour. What I felt was, because I tried to tap in because it's interdimensional, just let's get that clear, okay? People think it's a planet. It's not. It's through these portals, and the portals are the stars, okay?
And we are the portals as well.
We are the portals, yes. We're the portals.
We are the ships.
That's why I could go through, you know, and travel.
Yeah.
And we're able to travel through. That's our natural state of being. This is where this idea of star seed comes from. So that twin flame thing, when I said one of them was the seed, that's the star seed. It's coming from that spark of the consciousness and things like that. So, when I asked, because I used to always trash the Palladians and stuff like that. I didn't mean like that. What I meant was that people kept looking for a savior outside of themselves to come in and rescue. The reason why we're probably seeing this healing with Arcturians is because many of us are them, okay? Many of us originate from there, or we have a history there and we've come to help, etc. Or we have a memory from our consciousness having been in that realm outside of this reality, okay? So things like Palladians and all of that stuff, the problem I have with a lot of it is it's become this dogma, and it's this set of rules of they look like this, they say this is where they're from, this is how many races there are, this is it. And it becomes this list of stuff. It doesn't matter what they're called, okay? And because that's human terms. Just feel the energy and know that there is interdimensional help, and that there is a higher frequency beings that can assist us, okay? So that's how I see it. Just try not to get caught up in the language or the history that people have written in New Age scenes, because a lot of that history is corrupted by both well-meaning and not well-meaning people.
Well, it's
so if people are channeling outside of themselves, that could have been a corrupted message interfered with by something else. That's my problem with that.
Yeah, and it's the same as the truther movement. All these demonic forces are all about infiltration. Everything's about infiltration. So you really, honestly, all of this is about trusting yourself. It's not about trusting JC. It's not about trusting me. It's not about trusting anybody in particular.
Use it as a trigger. Yeah, use it as a trigger to go.
Yeah, and then see what resonates. And I just want to say something. I'd never heard of Arcturians until when I started my channel.
Actually, Deborah.
What?
Deb did a healing.
Oh yeah. So Deborah said that I was an Arcturian,
Yeah.
I've been trying to get her back on the show, but just seeing each other.
She's busy. It's okay.
She's
She's
amazing.
lovely. She's
and
amazing.
Deborah said I was an Arcturian. She said my Arcturian brother, and I was like, what is that? And then I did a past life regression on my channel right at the beginning. Lovely fella in.
That was the same day you interviewed me.
Was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said I've got to go do what do you call it? A regression. I went, oh, okay.
So I did it live on YouTube, right? So the regression is on my channel, one of my really early videos, and I was this tall blue alien in this beautiful place where everything was harmonious, and I just thought, am I making this up? What am I doing? You know, but it's just like, this is what I'm saying about being freaked out by what people have said to me, because you know. Because
you're a 3D person and you're thinking this is all fantasy, but that's what we've been told, and we're not allowed to like escape into that other reality because we can't see it in front of us. But the pieces of the puzzle fit together, and this is where this exposure and this is disclosure. This is disclosure. It's the private information that people are sharing of the experiences they've had that feel so real. And people are saying and feeling and experiencing similar things like riding dragons and things like that. People have experienced them. There is some part of us that's experienced it somewhere in the multi-dimensions that we've existed in. Anything is possible, because if you can think it and envision it, it can create a parallel universe. It can create another reality, another permutation. That's why anything is possible, okay? So I'm not too caught up on the labels of starseed and this and that, okay? It's just the energy. Feel that and see how you feel about it. The problem is, though, once you stop going within and you start going, oh, my guardian angel, come and talk to me, there's a problem there. In this current reality, there's a problem because that could be interfered with. That's why I stopped doing mediumship stuff, okay?
Yeah, and also when people are asking questions specifically about things like the V word and all of that, it's all 3D. You got to dump the 3D. Go all 3D. Go to the right. Right. Go to the right.
Yes. We'll do. Yes, we'll do 9 weeks of hell. Stop saying. Everyone keeps asking me 9 weeks of hell. 9 weeks of hell. Okay, so let me just clarify what that is. So in my, I think it was inauguration video. So the date I did that. Now I made a mistake when I repeated it on the video. The date I did the inauguration remote view was the 18th of January. And when I heard 9 weeks of hell during the whole thing of the puppet show thing, I counted when I came out of that meditation 9 weeks exactly from the 18th, and it was the 22nd of March. Okay, so that was the exact 9 weeks. It wasn't from the 20th, it was from the 18th, from when I did that interview, from when I did that remote view. So when I said that, it did not feel like everyone's going to go through hell and da-da-da. Okay, so go back to the Antarctica video, and I said that Antarctica was a place where there was a meeting point, and it's the beginning and the end of the matrix, okay? And this is where these world leaders are meeting up with these dark entities that had control over the matrix for so long, and they're negotiating. So it's a place of negotiation. And when we spoke to Huna, he confirmed everything that I saw. He said, what you're describing is the second dimension. It's a platform. And he said, it's exactly as you say, it's there's seats where the dark beings sit. And he said, and it's a meeting point, it's a negotiation point before you get to 3D, and time doesn't exist there. And that's exactly what I felt. Time didn't exist. He said, there's a black expanse. It's exactly what I felt. So I didn't know anything about that. He even confirmed, like, the way I conducted the meditation. He said, that's exactly right, because if you didn't have that Merkaba, if you didn't have that male counterpart with you, you would have been stuck. Part of you would have been stuck in that portal. And, you know, it wouldn't have been a good thing. It wouldn't have been a good result. That's also why I got attacked, because when you're going into portals, there is a lot of other entities there. Okay, and that's the first time I've ever had an experience with on an astral level with a reptilian. I've never had any experiences with them before. So I made myself vulnerable to do that. I just want you to understand what I put myself through to do that. It's actually very dangerous stuff, and I didn't realize until I stopped doing it, okay? Until I came out of that and spoke to Huna. But so he said that this platform, that is the 2D, is also known as hell. So when he said, so when you said 9 weeks of hell, you're essentially saying 9 weeks of negotiations. And that's what's happening. It's that battle between dark and light, negotiating when are you going to end this? Okay. And that's what it means. And so, yes, on the physical 3D, it will manifest as these political battles, this tension, this confusion and chaos. 9 weeks of hell ends 22nd of March. Okay. No more questions, but guys. So that was the last question. And you can go back and listen to this, but let's just see if there's anything that the pendulum is going to say about 9 weeks of hell. Okay. Go back and watch it if you're going to ask questions. Or seriously, I'm not going to answer it again. Okay, so let's just, okay, so ask what is in the 9 weeks of hell that came through to me in that meditation, please. S. Oh my God. A. I already know what it's going to spell. T. A. N. Satan. L. O. S. E. S. Satan loses.
I was actually saying the same things, but I was muted. I was going to say Satan loses, and then it says, if you carry on doing it, HISSHIT.
This is a shit. All right, let me see. Maybe I'm just channeling you. Maybe I picked up on what you were thinking.
No. I
loses.
was
You were going to make a joke.
I thought you could hear me.
You were mute. No, you were muted.
No, I thought you could hear me because you were going.
Satan loses. P. No, I'm looking at you like, oh my God. P. I. PISS. No way. E. D. Pissed.
See, God's got a sense of humor. I keep telling people.
O. E. F. You actually spelled pissed off.
Yeah, that's why we talk
He's
like
pissed
this.
Off.
Because God talks like this.
Satan's pissed off.
Satan
Oh my God.
loses.
So when they say Satan, I just want to clarify something. One more before. Okay. Is Satan one being in this context or the collective of the demonic? Can you please spell that? It said yes, and then it said O-N-E. Okay. 1 B E I N G, one being. So I think the way I'm interpreting that is it's one being, I guess, like God is, but then it spreads its energy fractally.
It's that frequency. It's that frequency which is going through a few million people who all have to be arrested, executed, and taken off planet spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
That's what this cleanse. That's what Trump meant when he said drain the swamp.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that was that whirlpool that I saw in the center of Australia. That was the swamp.
Exactly.
That big pit of fire. So everybody, we're probably going to have to end this. And I just want to say the EBS didn't happen.
As you said.
I said it wasn't going to happen. It didn't happen today. I would be happy to be wrong.
But listen, I just want to say, do not get hung up on anybody saying anything's going to happen. And anybody that's slagging off Charlie for saying it's going to happen, he never said it was going to happen. He said he got a piece of information that said it was going to happen. He's the messenger, right? Just be careful about slagging people off and say, nobody is the oracle, apart from JC, obviously. Because
the oracle pen. I want that pen.
Yeah, I'll send it.
It's upside down. You want to send it to me? You send it to me with the CBD stuff.
It's funny when you do. Yeah, I'll pop it in the post. just relax and enjoy the show because we're all going to be fine. And don't forget,
relax and work on yourself.
You're all eternal spirits having an adventure in a meat suit. Nothing's bad's going to happen to you. Even when you do die, you don't die.
Where's your leather hat?
Oh, I'll go and get it. Hang on. Okay,
go get your leather hat.
Leather hat. Okay.
Cap. See, if you don't watch Mark Attwood's show,
What's that?
he appeared on. Look at you. You're like a little paper boy. I look like a French artiste. So that was Mark Attwood, Adventures in the Meat Suit. I hope you enjoyed the show.
That was
I'm
JCK.
from, I live in Ireland.
I've got.
Look at my Look at my jugs of Guinness. I'm sure Irish people don't go around wearing Guinness t-shirts.
Some do.
It's very touristy. Oh, really? No way.
Why not? Guinness
That's pretty
is
crazy.
Although you shouldn't drink Guinness, it's full of fluoride, but that's another story.
Oh yes. Okay. Make your own craft brew. We'll do a Kangen water. Let's do a Kangen water brew. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that idea. It's a good idea. Okay. All right. Is that grape tea?
No, it's tea actually.
All right. Okay. Y'all's energy is such a match. I think y'all are twin flames. Is that why I call you Sparky?
Don't know.